Now, 66 loyalist skulls in the pile, 66 loyalist skulls, crush one to dust and drink it with blood, 65 loyalist skulls in the pile. Now, the timeline has progressed. It is now 1998, March 9th, 17 hours, 3 minutes and 43 seconds. And now we may begin properly everything. Presumably. There we go. Greetings and welcome. I am Carionto, and today we begin Muv-Luv Alternative. The continuation, and as far as I'm concerned, going to be the conclusion of the Muv-Luv trilogy. We've had Extra, where we were introduced to the characters and their interpersonal dynamics. Then we had Unlimited, where we got further development and a little bit of explanation of the new setting, the post-apocalyptic world that Takeru was thrust into, with the same characters, mostly the same, minor variations in here and there, due to different upbringing and whatnot. Very little to no plot, though. Alternative is where, hopefully, the plot happens. And we have Sumika back here as well, which is great. But also, this one's presumed, from what I understand, going to be the really depressing one where people die and it's all horrible and painful and unfortunate and everything else. I'm looking forward to that, though. I really want that to be the case. Now, before we begin, we do need to do a little bit of vocal exercise, and because this is the beginning of a new thing, we need to also get some factual information, like just some really important knowledge in our to ground us in reality before we set off in a fantasy land. And what better source than the only newspaper in the world, The Onion? They shall provide us with some critical prom planning tips. It might actually be genuinely relevant. Not really, but might be for Takeru later on. It was kind of difficult to find an article from this era because nonsense was happening here as well. Anyway, prom season is just around the corner. Here are some tips to help you make your prom night unforgettable. I'm reading these for the first time in the world time, by the way. That's how it is. I read everything for the first time here, basically. The prom is a magical experience, a chance to do such grown-up things as get all dressed up, drink 9 Smirnoff Ices, vomit in limo, and pass out in mom's azalea bushes. Azalea? Azalea bushes. Some kind of fancy garden plant. The theme is one of the most important elements of prom. Choose carefully between tropical paradise and stepping out in style. Do not attempt to finger bang your date until a slow song comes on. Prom night is one of the most memorable nights of your life, so don't ruin it by neglecting to wax. No guy wants to go down on gorilla salad. Fucking hell. Do not attempt to finger bang your... No, I already read that. Fucking Don't forget the corsage. Fresh flowers are necessary to mask the smell of sweat and foot odor in your school's dank, poorly ventilated gym. Yes. Try to plan ahead. You're talking to teenagers, no. So you are not more than 2 or 3 months pregnant from your... God damn it, for fuck's sake. I usually try to read these straight as well, but like, fuck me. Next to a bridesmaid dress, a prom dress is the most important dress you will ever wear. Bridesmaid, not bride's dress? Oh, sure. Achieve local celebrity and serve as a valuable cautionary tale by drinking too much at the post-prom party, plowing your Trans Am head on into another car, and killing yourself or your date and your kids from St. Vitus. Okay. It got appropriately dark. We're gonna have some deaths here as well. Great, I was not... Jesus. Impress your date with corsages for both wrists, plus a third to strap to her forehead. If you were not asked to prom, you can still have fun by putting on a dress, buying a taco-style party platter from the local pick and save, and dance in your bedroom as a portable radio plays of the latest top 40 hits. Don't feel pressured to have sex just because it's prom night. Stopping a tongue up the ass is perfectly acceptable. This will be the biggest night of your life if you happen to die in the next few weeks. Okay, fuck me. God damn it, Onion. Fuck. Well, anyway. Do I need to go over anything else though? I already did that thing. In Muv-Luv, we got the characters. We got Takeru, who's kind of an idiot, but now he has knowledge and stuff like that. He went through a training arc. That's what happened. Extra was we got the characters and their relationships, and it's like a complete package that you can just enjoy on its own, and it was quite enjoyable, honestly. Unlimited gave us the setting. It set things up for alternative. Lots of things set up, nothing paid off yet though. Not really. Bit more characters, bit romance here and there, but nothing significant. Not really. We don't have answers to anything. I don't have answers to anything. What are the betas? Some aliens that don't have an air force somehow, yet they're planet hoppers? I want an explanation for that. I really want an explanation for that. The brain in the jar. Apparently Kasumi is Sumika? What? Or something? Never any answers to that? Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna fry my brain trying to think of it, so let's not do that. And instead, dive in. Now, this is literally the first time I've started Alternative, by the way. I skipped the intro movie because that would give spoilers. I don't understand why they have... Well, okay, I do understand, but like, I don't watch these. I know nothing other than, as at the very beginning of Extras, I explained, was introduced to Muv-Luv, essentially, as something that was more than just an eroge game. That Takeru is gonna go through traumatic experiences right now. There's gonna be deaths, and then somehow he's gonna go back in time with knowledge of what's happening, what is gonna happen later, with the alternative programs and whatnot. Well, he doesn't know much at all, but still, a bit more than not. Plus he's trained now, and he's a proper soldier and everything else. And that's what Alternative is gonna go through. And we're gonna get Sumika back here, somehow. I don't know. Anyway, enough yammering. Let's press on. Let's put myself in the corner and start. Let's start. I'm excited. I'm very excited. This is apparently going to be like at least as long as both of the previous ones combined. So we're gonna be here until like I started Extra in like, I don't know, what was it? August? September? Last year? 2024? So we're gonna be here until like the mid-2026. Probably. All things being equal. Yeah, we're gonna be here for a while. Let's start. English, please. Although it doesn't matter, I've turned the voices off pretty much entirely. 2006, AG Products. Wait, why did... Anyway. August 9th, 1999. Yokohama Hive F layer. Okay. Ooh, got helicopters. Command post is Bravo leader. Oh wait, wait. Option, wait, why is... Oh, they have actual English voices? Okay, I'm just gonna... Where's that thing? Where did I... I didn't actually read what that was anyway. And also, I hate the... Oh, image language, text language. No, they don't have voice language for multiple things. They only have Japanese ones. They wouldn't have bothered back then. Anyway. Yes. Yeah, it's just generic military chatter. We can't get visual from you, nothing but stack on our end. Relax. The relay cables must have been damaged. Should you lose control, your top priority is to bring back the data. Understood? Alright, got some... Bravo leader, copy that. Director Hayato Tashiro. This place is huge. Damn, look at the ground. It's glowing. We're inside. Okay, we're getting the betas now. Okay, there. Bravo leader's command post. No sign of beta activity on the sensors. Alright, we got some cinematic intro. I like this. We actually... Bravo leader, this is command post. Be sure to record any signs of structural damage that may have been caused by the G-bombs. Okay, they're just biological enemies. Bravo leader, copy that. Great. And how am I supposed to know what that looks like? I'm a soldier, not a scientist. You should be briefed on those things, though, dude. Come on now. God, these things moved. Shit, I don't even know what the place looked like before it got bombed. Yeah, well, whatever. The quarters are rolling, LT. Sure, good. Alright, people. Move out. God, too loud. Probably this command post. Delta Squadron has encountered hostiles and are currently engaging. Be on lookout for more stragglers. Alright. Got some stragglers. Fuck me. Okay, shush. Okay. Yeah, you could... The sound effects way too fucking loud. Way too loud. You can have voices back a little bit. Gonna have music back, sound effects down. Audience, keep your eyes peeled. Alright. Alright, what is it? What is it? What? What the hell is that? It's a biological thing, dude. It's betas. It's barely this command post. Report your status. Who the fuck knows? Oh, it's pods. People are inside those pods, aren't they? This is Bravo Leader. Wait, stand by. There's something in the middle of the hall. Yeah, there's something. What is that? A pillar? No. This is Bravo Leader. There's some kind of narrow column stretching from the ceiling to the floor, with a transparent section in the middle. Yeah, those are pods. People are in them. LT, look, it's not just one. There's a whole shitload of them. It's people. It's Matrix Bits Bravo. This is Bravo Leader, attempting to identify unknown object at maximum range. Yeah, it's people. Obviously. Command Post Bravo Leader, give me the situation report. We're seeing signs of extreme stress on your vital readouts. Oh, stress? You're getting stressed out, dude. Oh god. Come on, what'd you expect? Of course it's people. Command Post Bravo Leader, report your status. I say again, report your status. It's people. Pods. Fuck, what the hell is this? Haven't seen sci-fi movies? Well, I guess they didn't have time for sci-fi movies.
What's going on?
They're speaking in English. But like, fine, whatever. Yeah, it's it's glowing the same kind of blue as the brain was. Oh. Have you found survivors, bro? Nah, it's cocoons. Hey. Come on, dude, you're a soldier. You should be more prepared for that. They're human brains. Oh. Okay. Yuko Sensei got a brain from the betas in their own original pods. Oh. That's interesting. Alright. I thought that was Yuko's, but no. She got a thick sample from the betas. Okay, and that brain sample was Sumika, wasn't it then? A very intriguing start. I'm liking this already a lot. I'm very curious. We're getting the actual plot now of the world instead of just the characters. At least at the start now. Alright. Yeah, it's gonna quick save it. The Light of Other Days, episode 1. Hello, Takeru. Good morning. Shit's gonna go down. Oh, right. Enter to continue. Not space pods. Wait. Where am I? You're in the military base. Did you forget about that? Wait, no, this is his room. What? Is this my room? Okay. Okay. Instant entry. It is my room. There's no doubt about it. This is definitely my room. But it... I mean, that's where he went to sleep previously. Wait, no, he was in the hot springs when he passed out and went into the alternative world. And now he woke up in... Although he did wake up in his room, but it was a bombed out building. Why am I crying? Because you don't know if because you don't know if what's real. All those emotions have gone into me. Crap, where's tissue when you need one? I don't know why, but it almost feels like I just woke up from some crazy dream. Yeah, I remember now. It was totally nuts. Yes, it was quite crazy. I enlisted in the military. They let me pilot a TSF, but in the end they left us all behind on Earth to die. Okay, so we just start with him going back to the past. But which past? Is he back in regular Earth past, extra Earth, or unlimited Earth? Or an alternate... And I couldn't do a single thing to stop it. Talk about pathetic. What kind of loser can't even save the world in his own dream? Fair enough. And what kind of twisted psycho am I anyway? I still can't believe my brain came up with something as vile as the beta. It was just a biological thing. Those things scared the hell out of me. I remember fainting at the mere thought of encountering them. And then there was that time I almost got myself killed on that tropical island. How'd I get out of that one though, again? Well, it was just a dream. Obviously I'm gonna be hazy on some of the details. It sure was something though. Class rep and Maya and everyone else was there. And Mikoto was a girl, dude. A girl! I mean, she is a girl in every universe. Yuko-sensei was there and Marimo-chan, not to mention Tsukuyomi-san and the three idiots. But Sumika was there. Alright, but Sumika wasn't there, was she? Yeah. Which was really sad. Like, literally, she's the best. Kasumi and Mrs. Kyosuke were, though. Wait, huh? Kasumi, Sumika, can you put it together? Hold on a second. Aren't dreams supposed to be, like, a slideshow of jumbled up memories or whatever? Yes, you kind of tend to forget dreams soon after you wake up. I don't remember any of my dreams at all. They're gone long before I even wake up properly. That doesn't make sense. I don't know anybody like those two. Do I? And now I know all this stuff about the military and firearms and whatnot. It all feels really vivid. Check your physique. Are you buff and stuff, dude? Am I sure it was a dream? Was all that stuff really just a product of my imagination? 8 o'clock, huh? Time to get ready for training, school, I mean. Not training, I don't get it. Something still feels off about this. For one thing, I'm gonna be late if I don't get going soon, but nobody's come to hassle me yet. And for some reason, the thought of being late to school just doesn't bother me that much. It almost feels like it doesn't even apply to me. I'm trying to convince myself that I should be worried, but it's not really working that well. Man, what's wrong with me today? Was all of that really just a dream? Well, all I have to do is go outside, right? And then I'll know for sure. I've got a sneaking suspicion. My gut's telling me it was all real. In fact, I'd actually be more surprised if it was just a dream. Bombed out building. Okay, there we go. Back to the battlefield. Alright. Okay. But you have all this knowledge. But why did you go to the past? Everything's in ruins. My house is barely standing. And there's the TSF. So then, it wasn't a dream. All that actually happened. Look at all this destruction. This is all the confirmation I need. How could it not be a dream? That doesn't make any sense. If it wasn't a dream, then how do you explain this? What the hell am I doing going back in my house? Could this mean I've looped back to the day I first got here? Yes. Oh, wait. Maybe it's not a time travel thing at all? What if it was all just a vision of things yet to come? What the hell, man? Are they going to explain it? Maybe, maybe not. I don't understand any of this shit. What the hell's happening to me? God damn, why is this happening again? I'm back to square one and I've got no idea what's real and what's not. Well. No, this is real. This is absolutely real. Or rather, it doesn't matter whether it's a dream or not. I'm here in mind and body, and I'm making conscious decisions. So, right now, this is my reality. There's no way out. This is a Gekishin, right? Yep, no doubt about it. Everything's exactly the same as it was last time. The only difference this time is that I'm already acquainted with all of this stuff. I'm pretty sure I was super stoked about this guy the first time I saw him. I didn't even question the situation. I just jumped to this conclusion that I was dreaming and figured there was no rhyme or reason to any of it. Right. And then I went in to try and get a closer look. Oh, that was close. Actually, I feel like I kind of sort of remember almost hurting myself like that too. Though my memory's a little fuzzy. But at any rate, where to now? 8:15. Guess the next logical order of business would be to haul ass up the hill and see if Yokohama base is still there, huh? Or should I do what I did last time? Pretty sure I just wandered aimlessly around town till a little after 11. I still can't say for sure whether or not I actually went back in time, but assuming I did, who knows what might happen if I did things differently. Well, that's kind of the point. Either way, pacing around my room's not going to accomplish anything. But if I'm going out, I should probably change into my uniform first. Until I can figure out how much things have changed around here, I should probably do everything the same way as last time. Am I just dreaming, or did I really go back in time? With any luck, I'll be able to find the answer there. Pretty much all of the Hiragi district is in ruins. Everything from the station to the shopping district is in shambles. There's the caved-in overpass too, just like I remember. So far, I'd say the most plausible explanations would be that I've either gone back in time, or that the first go-around was just some sort of weird prophetic dream. At the very least, I think it's safe to say it wasn't all just a figment of my imagination. Unfortunately. But either way, if it's an accurate representation of events yet to come, then I've got 2 years before the shit hits the fan. That's a lot of time. That's when they'll enact Alternative 5, Abandon the Earth. It's really such a bullshit idea. Like, that's not humanity in any fucking fiction. Humanity doesn't abandon the fucking Earth. Okay, though, it does sometimes, but like, that's such bullshit. People don't do that. And everyone left behind will be annihilated. Or wait, were we? I don't know, you guys gotta zip back in time before that could happen. I do remember seeing the last shuttle off to safety. And I'm pretty sure we launched a whole worldwide counteroffensive after that. Yeah, in fact, my squad was among the ones that got deployed in it. Wait, my squad? It was just everyone from Squad 207, wasn't it? Nah, I got more. What happened after that? All the details are really fuzzy, as if they didn't even write that and didn't really happen, wasn't really relevant. But what I can say for sure is that at this very moment, they're building a migrant fleet at the nearest Lagrange point. There's no doubt about the Alternative 5 is already in the works. I can't let that happen again. I've got to stop it, no matter what. And in order to do that, I have to do everything I can to help Yuko Sensei bring Alternative 4 to fruition. That's the only course of action I've got right now. It's non-negotiable. Yeah. Although... To be fair, I don't have any solid proof that I'm even right about any of this. But I guess I'll find out soon enough. We'll just have to see if what happens next syncs up with what I remembered or not. Once I get to the base, or the school I mean, it should all be made clear. Yeah, no. After all this time, this just doesn't feel like a leisurely walk to school anymore. These cherry blossom trees, lining the road all the way up to the gates of the Surface Battle Training Academy. The countless soldiers who fought to retake the mainland, now laid to rest beneath them. Could they have been the ones who called me back here? After all, abandoning the Earth would basically be saying all their sacrifices were in vain. Maybe if we could get all 1 billion people out safely, it'd be a different story. But 100 and some odd thousand just doesn't cut it. Anyway, let's go find out what's at the top of the hill. Will it be Yokohama Base or Hakiro Prep? Oh crap. Dang, I totally left my game guy back at home. Should I go back for it? Nah, let's just leave it. I know I said I was gonna try and do everything the same way, but I don't see why I'd need it this time around. And besides, it shouldn't even exist in this world to begin with. There's the radar. Man, that thing cracked me up so hard last time. United Nations 11th Force Pacific Theater, Yokohama Base. This is definitely the place. Damn it. Well, it looks like my assumption was right. Not that I hadn't already pretty much figured that out. But at the same time, it's actually a bit of a relief. I was preparing myself for this long before I knew for sure which world I was in. How stupid would I look if I got myself all psyched up for nothing? Yep, it's all exactly as I remember. which means humanity's final hour really is close at hand. What are you doing over there? And here they are. Been out for a walk? You're a pretty weird kid. It's nothing but rubble out there. You returning back to your unit now? Let's see your ID and off-base permit. Well, I knew that was coming, but I still don't have an ID or permit to show you guys. Howdy there. You both keeping busy out there here? Huh? What's all that about? Come on, you know the drill. You show us your permit, we'll let you pass. Enough with the jokes, alright? Yeah, of course they're not gonna let me through that easily. Look, we might be stationed on the same base, but rules are rules. We can't just let you... Huh? What's up? My memory's a bit fuzzy on details here, but I'm pretty sure I got thrown in the detention barracks after this. This guy doesn't have a unit patch. You're right. State your ID number in the assigned unit. Oh yeah, I remember now. This is the part where you guys started getting all tough with me. Sorry, but we're gonna need some verification. State your ID number unit, and let's see your off-base permit too. Don't move. I'm not moving. Silence. Spread your legs and put your hands behind your head. Easy now. Don't make any sudden moves. Hurry it up. Fine. If I just let them capture me, I'll be stuck behind bars for the next few days. Sure, it'll help me worm my way into Squad 207, but can I really afford to waste that much time? Shouldn't I tell Yuko-sensei what I know as soon as possible, so we can start working on a plan of action? Man, that's weird. What is it? This looks like the base's uniform, but the fabric's different. Doesn't seem like there's ever been a unit patch on either. Where exactly did you get these clothes? Yeah, I don't have time for this. Don't move! Oh, the physique carried over as well. It did. That physique, that posture. You're a soldier, aren't you? Well, even if he is, there's too much about him that doesn't add up. Doesn't make him any less suspicious. Yeah, you're coming with us, pal. He's just gonna overpower them? Huh? Yeah. What? Huh? What the heck? That didn't hurt at all? Maybe it's not just my memories I've retained, but my level of physical fitness as well. That's very convenient. No need to go through a training arc again. Stop resisting! I'm not resisting. You guys just aren't restraining me properly. What was that? That's what I was think to say. This could be my chance. If I use this opportunity to name drop Yuko-sensei, then maybe... Huh. I don't... Fuck it, let's alternative. Let's make alternative decisions. Look, just let me talk to Professor Kozuki. What? I understand that Professor Kozuki Yuko is stationed here. I need to speak with her. With Professor Kozuki? About what? You don't need to know that. Now go let her know I'm here. We'll see what she has to say about this. What's your name? Shirogane Takeru. What are you doing? They told us to report anything involving the professor, didn't they? I mean, yeah, but... Anyway, you just stay right where you are until we've sorted this out. Yeah. Alright. Hey, Shirogane Takeru. What is it? Oh, what the... Come with me and don't cause any trouble. What the hell's going on? I mean, this is obviously what would happen. The professor says she's never heard of you. That's what. Yeah, well, she's gonna visit him in the cell privately. That can't be. What the hell? Then why did she bail me out of the detention barracks last time? Because she made stuff up. Now come on. Let me go. dude. Oh, fuck's sake, Takeru. I mean, he's still a bit of an idiot. He can't adapt to a changing situation, like... Okay, he's just gonna overpower them. Ugh! This is your last warning. Don't move. Oh, fuck's sake, Takeru. He's still an idiot, though. Wait, I don't want any trouble here. Just let me talk to the professor in person. He didn't come up with a plan, though. Just talk to the professor and that's it. That was his grand plan. Fuck's sake, Takeru. You really think we can let you do that? I mean, there's 2 years of time, first of all. Fuck's sake, Takeru. He's still an infuriating idiot at times, though. God damn. I don't care if you can or not. Just do it. There's no time. Shut your mouth. Fuck's sake, you're not explaining it. He's frustratingly stupid sometimes, though. He's still stupid, Takeru. God damn it, Takeru. You could have... You're making a big mistake, you hear me? Everyone here is in serious danger. This is so stupid. That's the stupidest thing to say, though. Yes, you're right, but you're an idiot. Whoa. What's that supposed to mean? Hey, call the command post and request additional security. No, we don't have time for that. You have 2 years, dude. I'm instantly frustrated. It's like he's still an idiot. We don't have time. I'm serious. This isn't... Just let me talk to Sensei and you'll see. Let's remember that he's still a 16-year-old idiot. Sensei. Alright, that's enough, pal. You're coming with us. Just comply. Takeru, god damn it. If I go with you, will you let me talk to her? No. What, are you stupid? We're gonna put you under lock and key until we figure out who the hell you are. Yeah. Then, sorry, but I'm not going. Takeru, what was your plan? Takeru didn't have a plan. Is that so? Guess you won't mind us shooting you then. Go ahead, try me. But last time I checked, it's the beats we're at war with, not each other. Shut your mouth! He should have just cooperated in the first place. Yeah, he should have been smarter about this. Name-dropping Yuko-sensei would be, like, a bit more. You can't call them idiots because you're not explaining anything, dude. You idiots, this sort of shit is exactly what we're going to lose. They're not idiots. You're not explaining anything. There she is. My, what a commotion. Who is going to lose at what, exactly? Ah, there she is. Professor Kozuki. Are you the one who contacted me? Yes, ma'am, that's correct. So, this man is Shirogan Takeru. Now's my chance. To do what? Have you planned anything? Have you planned, like... Now all I'll have to do is pique her interest. Okay? I don't have high hopes for Takeru at all. Like, obviously he'll succeed in the end, but like, right now it's the beginning and he's gonna fuck up horribly and be a stupid idiot. Sensei, hear me out! Sensei? I don't recall having any students. Forget about that. There's no time to waste. If we don't do something quick, the single worst case scenario for all mankind would become a reality. Yeah, he's just a crazy person. He sounds like a crazy person. Do you not understand that you sound like a crazy person, Takeru? He's just doomsay. He's right, but he's just like... He's been like this ever since he got here. In any case, Professor, please step back. He may be dangerous. You could just drop some hints of information. Like, here's a very simple thing that he could have said. Deliver a message to Yuko-sensei. Takeru, talk about Kasumi. You know? That would have instantly gotten everything in order. Easily. Shit. If she leaves now, it's over. What do I do? Do I have to say it here? Alright, pal, let's go. Okay, I mean, this is better. Sensei, how's your research coming along? If you don't hurry it up, you're gonna lose everything again. Again? Bob down. Get a move on. Ah, damn, it looks like I don't have a choice. I was really hoping I could save this one for when I really needed it, but... I mean, okay. Don't you want to stop them from initiating Alternative 5? Yeah. Ow, that hurts, goddamn! I'm trying to... Hold on. But... Shouldn't we? Yeah, I knew mentioning Alternative 5 would do the trick. You know better than anyone, Sensei, what that would mean for all of us. I don't want to have to see you crying or drowning your sorrows like that. Not again. You're humanity's only hope, Sensei. I can't bear to see you fail like that again. Yeah, you're not explaining things well, though. This makes it look super suspicious, like, they probably already started building for it, haven't they? Out in space? Professor, shall we detain him for you? Are you really Shirogane Takeru? I am. Can you prove it? Time to seal the deal. Want to dissect me and stick my brain in a jar? Professor? Okay. Oh, I'm so sorry. I do know him, actually. Hell yeah. Well, don't celebrate yet, you fucking moron. Don't fucking celebrate yet, you moron. This was like the worst way to go about it. Just floundering and flailing about. Takeru's still an idiot. Good to see that things have never changed. Sensei! Huh? Come on now. Come on now, you're not a very good actress, but she is the head of this base, so they just have to go along with it anyway. Oh, for fuck's sake, I need to turn that off, apparently. Gosh, I am so sorry about that. It just took me a minute to recognize him. But didn't you just say? Why do you think I came all the way up here to pick him up? You don't mind if I take him from here, do you? Wait, but... What is it, Corporal? Something you'd like to say to me, perhaps? No, ma'am. Nothing at all. I see. Then we'll be on our way. Alright, Shirogane. Come along. Yeah, got a lot of explaining to do, man. Yes, ma'am. You have a lot of explaining to do, man. October 22nd, 2001, Monday. So... Yuko-sensei's office. It feels, I guess, familiar in this is the right word. It's been 2 whole years since I last was in here. Now. Seems like you're pretty tuckered out. Well, what do you expect? After you left, they had me under a microscope for 4 hours straight, doing all sorts of inspections. I figured you, of all people, would know the reason for that. Yeah, but I didn't think they'd give me a full cavity search, let alone take blood samples. Once again, I'm reminded just how special the ID Yuko-sensei gave me last time must have been. True enough, but whatever. I guess it's still leaps and bounds better than being locked up for days on end. And the fact that they've let me come all the way down here means they're convinced I'm not a threat. All that's left is to find a way to get her to believe me. I mean, just talk about the same stuff as did before, explain the shit. Now you have extra knowledge as well. What was it that convinced her last time? If I could just figure... I mean, you have additional information now that should make things easier, you know? Why rely on the previous method when you have more tools at your disposal now? Now then, I had someone investigate your home, as you requested. Well, what'd you think? I'm sure there were things in there that you could tell would have been impossible to make with this world's technology. For some reason, my room always seems to come along with me to this world. The interior is always exactly the same as it was in my own world. The game guy and tape deck in particular are the kind of luxury goods that just don't exist over here. They ought to give my words at least some credibility. There was nothing there. What are you talking about? No wait, I was just there this morning. I woke up, changed clothes, and then came over here. How could there be nothing there? Look hard. They did. It was just another dilapidated old house. Want to see a picture? Yeah, it was a temporal vortex thing. It disappeared once you left. Good job. That's not possible. This isn't my room. What the hell? What in the hell is going on here? Convinced yet? You have additional knowledge. You don't need physical proof, you have additional knowledge. But Takeru's not good at thinking. I don't get it. I'm blanking out. Alright then. Now it's my turn. The deal was that you'd tell me everything you knew after I had your house searched, correct? Yes. Then I'll get straight to the point. Where did you learn about the alternative program? The first I ever heard of it was on the night of December 24th. From the base CEO himself. Herself. Come on now. December 24th? Of which year exactly? Of this year. This upcoming one, 2 months from now. I have no idea why or how, but for whatever reason I've been sent back here to this moment in time. And because of that, I already know how things are going to play out and when. Fair enough. Let's continue then. So you believe me then? No. That's not the point, not yet. Yeah. Yeah, obviously. Just so we're on the same page here, I won't be deciding whether I believe you or not until after I've finished questioning you. I may not look the part, but I am a scientist, you know. For now, it's just a preliminary hypothesis that I can work within to evaluate your claims. Oh, is that all? Yes, come on, dude. Yes, that's all. Fine, I guess that'll do for now. You'll have no choice but to believe me sooner or later anyway. Well, no, this is a different universe, parallel universe. That was the theory. Some things are different, some things are the same. Right. There's a lot I don't know, but the information I do have should make a pretty huge difference for Yuko-sensei. I've just gotta keep on talking and try to be smart. For as long as it takes to get her to believe me. Well, that's not really... Let's move on, shall we? Now, what exactly did the base CEO tell you? He said that in addition to serving as the base CEO, right, different person. Never mind, himself. As the Far East's final defense line, Yokohama Base was also a crucial part of a top-secret research program that could hold the key to humanity's victory. He called the Alternative Program, and said that research for its fourth contingency plan, Alternative 4, had been conducted here. He also said that you were the driving force behind the project, and that it's the main reason this base was constructed. Well, color me impressed. You could name drop Kasumi knowledge about her. That would convince her way more than anything else. She shouldn't be known outside of, pretty much anything. But that's not all. On December 24th, Alternative 4 will cease operations. That night, we were all summoned by the base CEO. That's when he told us about the Alternative Program. And that Alternative 4 was being scrapped in favor of 5. The reason for its cancellation was simple. Alternative 4 hadn't produced any results, so they were shifting their resources to Alternative 5. We were all totally crushed by the news, and I could tell you were too, Sensei. This happens in 2 months? Now do you see what I mean? We're running out of time. I had to be around the bush earlier since we weren't alone, but... You've got to find a way to squeeze 15 billion semiconducting parallel computing circuits into the palm of your hand by then. That's a very specific thing. Eh? That's something only she would say. There's still a ton of work that needs to be done, Sensei, and I'll bet that brain over in the next room has something to do with it, right?
何が目的なの?
Just what are you after? Good question. All I want is to prevent Alternative 5 from happening and to defeat the beta. So, how's the hypothesis holding up so far? Are you willing to trust me? She's holding a gun to your face.
あなたが反オルタネイティブ派の工作員である。
Eh?
より信憑性を
The hypothesis that you're an agent of the anti-alternative movement is sounding a lot more viable to me. What the fuck is that? What? Why the hell would a secret agent ever make up such a ridiculously unbelievable cover story? What the hell, man? Then why did you take me under your wing last time? What made you give me such a high-level security pass and everything?
くだらない妄想はその辺にして。
I've had enough of this little fantasy. What's your true objective? Fantasy? Oh, for God's sake, what the hell do I have to do to get you to believe me? That's not...
本当のことを言いなさい。
Tell me the truth right now. Depending on your answer, I may or may not have to kill you. Is this really what you want?
望む?
What I want? Do you really want to help a measly 100,000 of us escape this to the stars and leave a billion more on Earth to die? Of course you don't. When it happened last time, I found you drunk out of your mind, bawling your eyes out. So please, put that brain of yours to work. Find a way to prevent it from happening. If you just completed Alternative 4, then we'll have never come to that, right? Then why the hell am I crying? It's like there's this gaping hole in my heart where something used to be, along with a profound sense of regret for having let it go. What is this? Why do I feel so sad? I don't know. Is it because I couldn't do anything to save humanity? It feels like I was forced to give up the one thing I cared about more than anything else. I can't remember what it was, but... What kind of hell professor are you anyway? Whether you've lived through it like I have or not, you should still be able to recognize the threat we're facing here. Are you really a genius, or was that all just talk? I'm not letting Alternative 5 happen again. We have to make 4 work, no matter what. So tell me, Sensei, do you really feel like pulling that trigger? I'm not afraid to die. Whether I act like it or not, I've learned what it means to be a soldier. Which, by the way, is all thanks to you. To me? That's right. Before I got here, I was just an ordinary high school student living in a world without the beta. A world without the beta? I just woke up one day and found myself here in this world where gone to hell. I figured it must have been a dream, so I went to check out my school. And lo and behold, there was Yokohama based in its place. I was arrested at the gates, interrogated and thrown in a cell, until finally I met you. But I already knew all that stuff was gonna happen this time, so I did things a little differently. Last time I just appeared out of nowhere, which might be why you really took an interest in me. You gave me an ID with a pretty high security clearance level and put me in the Surface Pilot Training Academy. And then? You asked me a lot about the world I came from, then you introduced me to Kasumi and showed me that brain. Pretty much everything I know about this world I learned from you, Sensei. I still think you're the main reason I was able to get by in that crazy, twisted world. I mean, it's the same world as this one. But I don't want to die for nothing either. So if you really intend to shoot me, I just want you to know that I'll do whatever it takes to survive. Even if you somehow manage to avoid my first shot, what would your next move be? He doesn't think that far ahead. You do realize that Alternative 4 will never be completed without me, correct? Yeah, I do. Tell me, how do you expect me to believe what you're saying? I honestly don't know. But when you told me I was going to help with your research, I do remember you saying something like, well, it's not entirely impossible. One question. What is it? How can I be sure you won't leak any of this information? I wouldn't have a shred of evidence to support my claims. Other than the handful of people who are already in the know, who do you think would believe me? Not to mention, I have no way of proving my identity in this world. Even if I tried to tell someone else, they probably just think I was out of my mind. So, what you're saying is, our interests in this matter coincide? That's right. Without you, none of the intel I have can be put to good use. You've got a lot of authority around here, don't you? If you're that concerned, then why don't you just pull up with my file or something? Was 4 hours of inspection and interrogations not enough to convince you? It might be a harsh reality to accept, but I'm afraid the facts are pretty objective. What? That's what you told me back then, when I was still trying to convince myself this world was just a dream. Right. One moment. Her gun's still pointed straight at me. She sure is clacking away on that keyboard. What's she even trying to look up? It might be a harsh reality to accept, but I'm afraid the facts are pretty objective. I'm impressed that that line popped into my head just then. And the fact that Sensei reacted to it means I'm clearly not just blowing my smoke here. Oh. After staring pensively at the monitor for a while, Sensei finally lowers her gun. Does that mean she believes me? Sensei, well, I'll be. Looks like things just got a lot more interesting. Oh yeah, last time Shurigan Takeru was a dead man in this world. Do you forget about that? I kind of forgot about that, but now I remember. To be sure, it isn't outside this realm of possibility. Sensei, did you find proof that I'm not an agent or something? I never thought you were in the first place. For the same reason you gave earlier. Yeah, because a real secret agent wouldn't do something this stupid, obviously. If your goal was to assassinate me, you would have tried something the first time you saw me. So you must have figured I was just some crazy kid, huh? Now that I think about it, it would have been much weirder if she'd believed me right off the bat. No. You knew far too much to be just a random nutjob. Even a few things no one knows but me. And those would be... Then there's the results of your examination. And now this? It's far too intriguing to ignore. What do you mean? Well, at the very least, I verified that you wholeheartedly believe every word you've said so far. You have? How the hell can you verify that? They planted a chip in you. Now we just need to find out whether it's actually true, or if you have some kind of mental problem. Whatever. Right now it's not worth getting hung up on that. It kinda is. The important thing here is to take a sip of water. So then, you're giving me the benefit of the doubt, basically. Well, not entirely. But I do have good cause to believe you. For reasons only I would understand. What's that supposed to mean? I can't say any more than that. Not yet. I understand. But they're good enough reasons for me to keep you around. Hey, that's all I'm asking for. Wouldn't expect anything more. Good. Phew. It all begins here. This is where my battle begins. I won't let them abandon the Earth again. I don't want to have to live through that a second time. Never thought I'd have the opportunity to actually use this thing. Speaking of which... Yes? Well, if I recall correctly, you've never had firearms training. Oh? If you try to use 9mm without training, there's no way you will hit your target, not even from this distance, and using both hands. Ah yes, I get it now. So you knew I could never hit you regardless, based on your experiences last time? No, I was way too tense to think of that. It only just occurred to me. I see. Now then, just to recap. Sure. For whatever reason, you've traveled back in time, and now you're reliving events you've already experienced. Sound about right? Yes. In that case, I have a question about the version of myself you encountered on your last go-around. What is it? Why did I tell you about parallel computing and the room next door? I think it might have been because I wasn't from this world to begin with. Right, you were saying something like that earlier. That there were no beta in your original world and whatnot. My memory's a little fuzzy at this point, but yes. I come from a world without beta, or at least that's what I believed. The world I was born and raised in was nowhere near as horrific as this one. It was a peaceful world. No beta, no nothing. I mean, we had some wars, but stuff... that's whatever. It was generally a nice world. Well, no, there were still wars between humans, but even then it was a far cry from a total worldwide crisis like this. Peaceful, huh? Now there's a word I've gained a newfound respect for lately. In fact, it was Yuko-sensei who really got me thinking about it, when she pointed out that most of the world wasn't like Japan. Oh yeah, and a lot of the people I met in this world also existed in mine, and while their personalities were the same, their circumstances were very different. This building was my high school, military base. You and mine watch interact with teachers there, and the surf pilot cadets were my classmates. Have you ever heard of the Everett interpretation? Perhaps you know it as the many worlds interpretation, but in essence, what you're describing is something along the lines of parallel universe, wouldn't you say? I can't speak to the science behind it, but that does sound about right, yeah. Just one thing though. My childhood friend, Kagami Sumika, wasn't in the previous version of this world. Kagami Sumika? Yeah, you told me that she didn't exist in any of your databases. Then you said I should forget all about her, or I just look like a sissy, or something like that. Though at this point I totally get why you had to say that. People have a totally different way of thinking here. Right. So anyway, you took an interest in me and said I was going to assist you in your research. Research? What kind of research? I never actually found out. You just called me down here from time to time and asked me questions about my world. I see. Was that all? Eventually you granted me special off-the-book security clearance so I could access this floor at will, which is why I was able to help get Kasumi on the shuttle. How bold of me. Oh, but you didn't give me authorization to access any classified information. I probably could have lied about that one, but it's not worth the risk now that she's finally starting to believe me. I need to be completely honest with her. I did all that just so I could ask you some questions. I guess it doesn't make sense to you either, huh? I never understood it myself, honestly. What do you think your plan was? No idea. I can't exactly speak for some parallel universe version of myself. Oh, but that stuff about Miss Semiconductors, you just told me that when you were drunk. I didn't make a point of asking you about or anything. What about the room next door, then? Did I ever tell you anything about that? Come to think of it, no. All you ever did was make a one-off joke about Kasumi being your daughter. Is that so? Yep. Alright. Just to confirm, I put you in the Surface Pilot Training Academy. That's right, you gave me a place to stay here. And what position did I give you? I was a member of Cadet Squad 207. I see. That's a pretty good idea if I do say so myself. Why don't we do the same thing this time? Since, like I said before, we really don't have time for that. We'll never make it in time if we start over from scratch. And like I said before, this is all just conditional. You haven't fully earned my trust yet. I know. I think it's still a pretty generous offer, don't you? Alright then. Good. Then I'll get started on the paperwork. It's not even dark out yet. I figured it would be a lot later by now. Okay, you're all set. Now, why don't you head up on the field? I assume I don't have to hold your hand to get you there. It took a little doing, but it looks like I've made my way back into Squad 207. And you know what? It's a Monday, and it's been an hour, and I'm clearly not in the best state of mind right now. I'm rushing through things, so we're gonna put a pause on that for today, and continue next time. Whenever we do another thing. Whenever that's gonna be. But anyway, that is the beginning of Alternative. We're back in the past with knowledge, and Takeru's kind of an idiot a bit, but you know, he got there eventually. He got there. Still doesn't have a plan on what to do. Doesn't know jack shit about anything, but you know, he's got the spirit. He may not have much else, but he's got the spirit. He's got the protagonist spirit of fixing the world. Good for him. And in the meantime, then, before we say bye-bye for now, let's just some music recommendations. Oh, come on, I just copied it. Should be capital letters, you know. Martin Prisbilovic, Cyber Ninja from Cyberpunk 2077, AC/DC Rock and Roll Train, Austin Wintory, Liquidity from the game Monaco, Shadow Academy, White Whale, and Louis Armstrong, Cabaret. Until next time, which is in a few seconds for the archive, a few days to weeks to months elsewhere. Bye-bye. Anyway, hello there, hi, I'm Carionto still, and we're back today, continuing with the thing with the Muv-Luv alternatives. Doing the more of the alternatives. Continuing, Takeru's back in the thing with the past, both with memories and his physique. Somehow. For reasons that I don't know if we'll ever get answers to. And honestly, it's fine. If you don't, it's a fantasy thing. Anyway, take you away and make me good to the... It's time to begin and continue, but first we need to learn how to speak better. So, vocal exercise story from that I've written some times ago. It's a great start. Great start. Yeah, putting on a really shitty American accent or something. God damn, I don't do that. I don't know why I do that. Anyway, short story 95, part 7 of a thing that's never gonna be completed. Don't worry about it. Doesn't matter if you don't know what the parts are. They don't matter. It doesn't matter. It's fine. Hello, Anthony. I would say I'm surprised to see you here, but I don't make a habit of flattering people. It's been a while, Edward. You seem well. I am. I take it the army needs something urgent if you came yourself. Not really, just the usual supply line assistance. I heard you were in the area and decided to visit. Being in charge is stressful, so I thought a little reunion would be nice. I brought some treats from a neighboring country, which you invaded a few months ago, successfully. So congratulations is in order. Please don't be bitter about the military like Henry. One brother who hates me isn't already one too many. Come now. You should know I am above petty hate. I get the feeling you're not interested. You are too straightforward and predictable for me to bother pretending otherwise. Yes, I'm a busy man and have no interest in your chit-chat. It may work on others to your benefit, but not me. I just wanted a nice idle conversation with my brother. Get away from all this politics and war efforts, but all I get is resentfulness. Fine. Everyone keeps pushing me to be someone I'm not. A diplomat, a general, a king. Alright. If the world won't allow me to be who I am, then I'll be more than asks of me. See how you all like that then. Seems there is more to look out for him, from him than I thought. If he's lasted this long, he might outlast Henry. Or even me. Huh. Am I worried to have such a thought? Oh, this might prove to be a challenge after all. Whatever. Anyway. There's no continuation to this. Don't even think about it. Nothing to worry about there. Moving on back to Muv-Luv. So we're back in the past. We got the things. Takeru got back in with the military in the base. Yuko-sensei believes him, sort of. I mean, he presented himself very awkwardly and dumbly. That's a word now. Like, explain the situation, but not really. Like, he could have done it so much better. He had time to think about it and to, like, what he's gonna say and, like, how they might react. But Takeru's kind of an idiot or whatever. Anyway, also, in the meantime, it's been 2 days since then. I've had to think a little bit, trying to speculate about things, which is really pointless and stupid because we're gonna get answers anyway, eventually. But, like, a revelation though, at the beginning, the little thing, the scene with the pilots entering the Beta Hive cave thing, where they found the brains in the pods. So like that means that Yuko got one of the beta brain thing samples, a human brain inside the beta like containment unit, and she's been analyzing that. And obviously back there, that's Sumi. Maybe I don't know what that is. That's weird. It got me thinking maybe there's something to do with the parallel universes being something that the beta accidentally do as well. There, that's how Takeru is here, because it's his brain. Maybe it's his brain in the jar. Well, that world's Shirogan Takeru. Ah, there's too much on the answer. I shouldn't. Anyway, let's just fucking dive in. Let's just dive right fucking in, because it's not gonna be very useful. Yes, let's get back in. Okay. So he's been re-enlisted back in the squad, and he's going about and doing his thingamajiggies now. Anyway. It took a little doing, but it looks like I've made my way back into Squad 207. And I even got the same security pass to boot, meaning I've got unrestricted access to B19F. Judging from Sensei's attitude, she seems even more interested in me than last time, which makes sense because what I know this time is much more valuable to her. Alright, this is where the real fight begins. No matter what it takes, I have to see Alternative 4 through to completion, even though we don't really know what that is yet. Not that I have the slightest idea what I can possibly do to help with that, also that. Still, Yuko-sensei knows what needs to be done, she just didn't make it in time, is all. I just have to make sure she meets the deadline this time around. But how the hell am I supposed to do that? I'm gonna have to figure something out, and fast. Let's see here. What can I do to help? Hello? Excuse me, but... Hello? Huh? Who? Me? Ah. Hello. Is he gonna be smarter? Or not? Is he gonna be smarter about interactions with the girls again? Or is he just gonna go, hey, class rep, immediately? Fuck's sake. Is there something on my face? What the hell? What, this happened before? I got this weird fuzzy feeling for a second there. Not sure if it's just nostalgia or what. Maybe, who knows? Maybe there's more. Maybe this isn't his first go around back in the past here that he's unaware of though. All the alternative, unlimited options, all of them were canon, and now he's back here. Is something the matter? No, sorry. How can I help you? For a second there, I almost called class separate by her first name. Yeah, you should. Good. Okay, good. Good. He's learned this time around. But I don't think I've ever called her Chizuru before. Yeah, you did in the path we took last time. You did. I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to leave. This area isn't safe for outsiders. Oh, and not only that, it's making me really uncomfortable to have class up being so polite to me. Why is that? I guess it makes her seem kind of distant. Well, yeah, you're a stranger to her. No, class up's always been pretty polite, or should I say formal? But still. Actually, are you looking for someone? It's alright, Sakaki. Oh wait, no, it's mistook the voice. Instructor. Hello, Marimo-chan. It's been so long. Oh, really? I haven't seen you in years. Well, I guess, yeah. Alright. Alright, this is the 18-year-old Takeru. Not 16 anymore. You're Shirogane Takeru, right? Yes. He's the one? Sakaki, assemble the squad. Yes, ma'am. Squad, assemble! From everyone's rushing along. Huh? Where's Mikoto? Alright, she's still in the hospital. Right. Squad 207, reporting in. Good. Then allow me to introduce our new recruit. This is Cadet Shirogane Takeru, the newest member of Squad 207. My name's Shirogane Takeru. Nice to meet you all. And we have a semi-romantic music going on here. Well, I mean, it makes sense from his perspective. I like to believe the music is his internal, like, soundtrack. That would make a lot of sense. As you've probably noticed, he's a man. I'm sure you're all surprised to see a male recruit in this day and age, but it just so happens that he had been given a draft exemption until just recently. Yeah, it's complicated. Anyway, it's good to meet you all. He'll be training with us starting tomorrow. Understood? Yes, ma'am. From here on out, you'll be eating your meals together and making every effort to become better acquainted. Sakaki, after dinner, show him to the barracks and do your best to help him get settled in. Yes, ma'am. We've still got 10 minutes of training left, so let's get back to it. Shirogan, just stay there and observe for now. Understood. So they're just doing laps, huh? I remember panting like a dog when they first made me run 10 clicks. Then everyone started giving me the shit for it. Well, mostly just class rep. Wait a second. If this time's the only thing that's been reset and my body's still the same as it used to be, that means I'm not gonna be holding the others back once training starts tomorrow. Given how well I handled myself in that little scrap at the front gate, running 10 clicks should be a piece of cake. So then, does that mean we could all graduate faster if we play our cards right? Yes. Oh? What? CO Radhabinod. Radabinod. Okay. CO Radabinod. That is the nature of a military. That was the last thing the base CO said to me, back when I was begging him to tell us what the alternative program actually was. At the end of the day, we were only cadets. It didn't matter how noble our intentions were, or how desperately we wanted to protect our planet and its people. None of it made a lick of difference without the rank and authority to back it up. That was one hard pill to swallow. This country's looking for every surface spot it can get. The only reason we weren't sent to the front lines was because Alternative 5 was put into effect, and that changed everything. Maybe we just have to get commissioned? Right. Once we graduate, Yuko-sensei can assign us to missions that'll help Alternative 4 move forward. We'll have access to more intel, the information I have can be put to better use, and people might even listen to us. Everything would change. Alright then, I think that's settled. For now, my #1 objective is to graduate as soon as humanly possible. Once I get commissioned, I'll have a little bit more to say around here, and that might come in handy if I'm gonna be a player in any of Yuko-sensei's plans. We might even be able to make some other allies of our own. I should have asked Yuko-sensei more about Alternative 4. Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't. But, you know, Takeru's still Takeru. What could cause her plans to fail? I'll bet she's struggling with the exact same problems right now. In any case, I saw how this played out in the end, and I want to find some way to make the people upstairs listen to me. If they don't start making some serious changes, that tragedy is just going to repeat itself. In order to prevent that, I have to earn their trust somehow. This is so damn frustrating. If only I had more people on my side. No. I'm sick and tired of making excuses. The fate of the Earth and all mankind is on the line here. I don't have time to whine. I'm the one who's lived through it, so I'm the one who's gonna do something about it. And I'm gonna get everyone else on board, whether they like it or not. Alright, then it's settled. There is one thing that's kinda bugging me though. I keep racking my brain over this, but I can't remember why I feel so strongly about all of this. Finding a way back to my world was my top priority up until that Christmas. The only thing that kept me going was the hope that I'd find some way home eventually, right? In that case, why was I so devastated when the CO told me it was all for naught? I still remember how outraged and powerless I felt, just like it was yesterday. I think that was the moment I came to terms with the fact that I was probably going to remain in this world till the day I died. But I can't remember why I suddenly felt okay with that. Was there some sort of catalyst that changed my perspective? Could it be that after living alongside these people who had to fight every day for survival, I eventually started to feel like one of them? Oh yeah, none of the romance options are canon. You know, it's just, it's fuzzy. It's the fuzzy part of the memory. Squad, fall in! Here, Garisaki-san, over here! Hello, Miki. Right. That did not take long. Yeah, because it didn't even need to be shown around in the first place. Right. He got the basics down in no time flat, like he already knew the place by heart. Seemed like he just wanted to get the tour over and done with. Wow. What's the big deal, class rep? It just means I did a good job studying beforehand. Why are you calling her class rep again? Class rep? Oops. Damn it, come on. Old habits die hard. Again. You're still a weirdo idiot. He's been calling me that all day, and I don't know why. It's starting to get on my nerves. Sorry about that, you just look so much like my class representative from high school, that's all. Yes, that's probably the 10th time you've said that. I've gotta stop acting all buddy-buddy with her. If I burn my bridges here, we're screwed. Our unity as a team has a huge impact on morale and our ability to perform, and I bumped the thing. Damn. It's really tough figuring out where to draw the line. You hate beans, do ya? Why are ya, stupid? Hello. Oh, it's Miss Kyozuka. Ah man, this is such a trip. I haven't seen her since this base was repossessed and repurposed for Alternative 5. So she's here too, huh? Yeah, of course she would be. Shirogane, the instructor asked that I deliver this to you. Oh, thank you. Shirogane, be sure to have that memorized by tomorrow. They're going to make you recite the enlistment oath. Enlistment oath. I shall fulfill my duty to maintain international peace and order. Oh yeah, this thing. I do kind of remember having to recite this now that I think about it. You already know it? No, I just heard about it from a friend of mine who wanted to join the UN forces. Oh, that makes sense. Well, good luck tomorrow. Yeah. By the way, Shirogane. What is it? There's something I'd like to ask you. Sure, what's up? I'll be frank. Can we expect much out of you? This time, yes. Instructor Jinguji told us you were a special individual. Right. Will that specialness be beneficial to us? Or rather, to this country? To our world? Yeah, that's the plan at least. That is good to hear. Let's drink hard, Shirogane-san. Yeah, let's. We will not attempt to pry into what exactly makes you so special. However, know that we do expect great things from you. No pressure. Oh, I get it now. They were like this back then too. At the time I had no idea what they were asking about. Professor Kozuki and Instructor Jiguchi have been both vouch for him. I'm sure he'll do just fine. Sure hope so. A month from now, there will be a comprehensive combat skill evaluation. We have to pass it this time, no matter what. Absolutely. It's like the culmination of all our basic training, so we can't afford to fail. You already knew that? I've just heard a lot about it, is all. You don't say. Additionally, Yora should be returning in about a week. We will need Squad 207 to be as strong as possible by the time of the evaluation. Yoroi? Yori-san got hurt in a recent training exercise and had to be hospitalized. Yori's skills, especially in terms of survival know-how, are second to none. I see. Can't wait to meet her. Again. Anyway, we're expecting a lot out of you, Shirogane. Sure thing. Just go easy on me, alright? Alright. Gonna be speeding through this basic training stuff again. I shall fulfill my duty to maintain international peace and order, and blah 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 blah, complete my mission, blah blah blah, intervention, respond, take part in new projects. I swear never to shy away from danger, but to risk my life in finishing my duty and to fulfill my responsibility to humanity. Blah, 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 blah. We at Yokohama base bid you welcome, and congratulations on your enlistment. That's an automatic thing. Yep, generic as fuck looking guy. Could not be more generic looking. But that's the whole point. Anyway. Instructor, I'm done. Good. Now stand by until the others get back. Go ahead and take a breather. No, I think I'll run a few more laps while I wait. Very well. Yep, looks like my stamina hasn't gone down one bit. I guess it's kind of weird that I expected anything different, but it seems like my body's just as strong as it used to be. Which doesn't make any sense, but whatever. Which basically means that if I did the same workload as everyone else, I'd only get weaker. Everyone's running around. Everyone's huffing and puffing. Okay, moving on. Now grab the gear in the cages and give me a 10-kilometer march. Roger that. Wait, what? We're not doing full gear? Too quickly now. Now you're rushing ahead. Crap, I probably shouldn't have said that. Oops. I see how it is, Shirogane. You must have so much pent-up energy from all that time you were exempt from the draft. No, I just meant... Too late. Then you can do it in full gear. In fact, feel free to carry a dummy machine gun too, while you're at it. I mean, they're about as heavy as the real ones, so it's not that much added weight. But they're really awkward to lug around. Understood. Alright, up we go. There, that'll do it. Wow, you're incredible. Upsy daisy. What do you mean? I can't believe you actually complained about not doing the march in full gear. Oh, I mean, it's no big deal. Oh wow, listen to me all high and mighty. Now I know how the others must have felt back when I almost coughed up a lung trying to keep up at first. Man, I really weighed those guys down. I mean, we're all gonna have to run 20 in full gear sooner or later, you know? Yeah, I know, but still. Sorry, but I can't really afford to slack off here. Hey, fair enough. Strong attitude to have. Phew. Finally I can take a break. In my current condition, I can run however many laps a day I want me to, no sweat. But the fact that it's so easy for me is also a little concerning. Are the others gonna be able to manage? I hope. No matter how well I do, it won't mean a thing if the others can't keep up. We're being evaluated as a team here, not as individuals. Maybe this is how Class Rep felt back when I was the one holding the team back. Well, it's certainly not brand new, and it still smells like someone else's room, but... a room's a room. Well, looks like I'm home. Should I really be calling it that though? I guess this place feels a lot more like home than my actual house did when I woke up there yesterday. Though I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. If I were to save this world and then somehow be given the opportunity to return to my own, I honestly have no idea whether I'd want to stay or leave. So like, doesn't that mean I'm already content with the idea of spending the rest of my life here? Back then, I always figured out that no matter how hard the decision might be, I'd still end up going back to my own world in the end. But now? Well, sitting around overanalyzing things isn't gonna do me any good. Maybe I should go outside and get some fresh air. It's already nighttime, but it's still pretty warm out. Oh man, I remember coming out here around Christmas. We were basically training in a full-on blizzard half the time. There was nothing to block the wind, so it just felt like you could be blown away at any time. Anyway, I probably shouldn't wander too far off, so let's just go for a short jog. Oh, looks like someone's here. Hello. Hello, Maya. Why, hello there, Shirogane. Oh, hey, Maya. Sorry, I mean... I am not offended, but it is simply a matter of etiquette, you see. Sorry. Manners aren't really my strong suit, I guess. You are aware of your bad habits, and yet you do not mend them? Well, I suppose they do say old habits die hard. I'll work on it, alright. Anyway, what are you up to? As you can probably tell, I have been running laps. You being punished for something? Of course not. I am training of my own accord. This is a part of my daily routine. Oh yeah? Right, I do kind of remember having this conversation last time. I wish to become a surface spout as quickly as possible and stand on the field of battle. Yep, we've definitely had this conversation before. And why is that? It may sound trite, but I have something I wish to protect. Mind if I ask what that might be? This planet, the people of this country, and Japan as a whole. I see. Yeah, I learned all too well just how much her country means to her during the incident at the volcano. Do you not also have something to protect? Yeah, I do. Might I ask what? The Earth, and all mankind. Oh, not that I'm trying to one-up you or anything. I suggested nothing of the sort. Okay. You are quite admirable. You think so? I'm amazed I can respond to that so nonchalantly. And it's not embarrassing at all, either. I mean, because you mean it. Genuinely, so it's like, you know... like, why would you be embarrassed about something you genuinely believe and think? I think I see now. I am beginning to understand what makes you so special. Oh, cut it out. There is no need to be humble. You seem to be doing a fair amount of independent training yourself. Surely because you have a specific goal in mind, no? He does, though. Well, at first I was just trying to get by, but now... yeah, I guess you're right. I see. So it is indeed a matter of will, then. One must have a deep conviction for which they hope to achieve. Yeah. People can accomplish great things when they have a driving purpose. Oh. Those are wise words indeed. People can accomplish great things when they have a driving purpose. I shall remember them. I think she said those then, right? Oh. What? You're going off script, Takeru. I learned them from you, Maya. What? Ah, crap, God, change something like... come on, dude. Fucking hell, he gets lost at the moment. Takeru! He's still a bumbling idiot, even though... oh, whoops, just used your first name again, didn't I? My bad. She's just brushing it off. Okay. It is fine. Incidentally, what brings you here at this hour? Oh, I was just gonna go for a little jog to try and clear my head. I see. Well, I was just finishing up. Perhaps we should do this together next time. Yeah, I'd like that. Have a nice night then. Yes, until next time. Okay, well, that's a nice moment. People can accomplish great things when they have a driving purpose. Yeah, it is a nice little saying. Man, I really have learned a lot from these guys. I wonder why I never paid more attention. I should really take all this stuff to heart. Okay, let's do a few laps and stop by Yuko-sensei's office. The brain... okay, it's a mess. Excuse me? Yes, exactly. So do be sure to look into it for me. Is this a bad time? I'll try doing a little investigating on my end as well. Ciao. Should I come back later? You're fine. So, what do you need? I've made up my mind. About what? I'm going to graduate and become a surface pilot as soon as possible. Oh, and why is that? So that you and everyone else will start taking me seriously. I can't do anything as a cadet. I want to become a real surface pilot as soon as possible, so I can have more of a say around here. What a cadet says will never be taken as seriously as what the base CO says, even if they're saying the exact same things. The CO, huh? Those are some lofty ambitions. Whatever. I'm gonna graduate from the training academy and become a real soldier before you know it.
そんなに気張らなくても
No need to get ahead of yourself. As long as you complete the training regimen, you're guaranteed a position as a surface pilot. We need all the pilots we can get, after all.
確かあなた
If I recall correctly, you were in Squad 207 in the previous world, no? In that case, you ought to know a thing or two about your squad mates and what they're going through.
少しは分かってる
Yeah, they got a lot of things going on. Yes.
彼女たちの中にも
I'm sure many of those girls feel the same way that you do. Make sure to support one another, so you can all grow into respectable soldiers as quickly as possible. You can count on me, ma'am.
ところで
By the way, I've been meaning to ask you something. And what would that be?
私にとって一番
It's the biggest unanswered question as far as I'm concerned.
オルタネ
Just how much do you know about Alternative 4? Fuck all.
オルタネイティブ5について
You've said plenty about Alternative 5, but I've yet to hear one word about 4. Well, that's because
それを教えてくれればあなたは必要
if you can help me with that, then you won't have to worry about rushing through your training.
5の消滅
After all, once I finish 4, 5 will be scrapped entirely. All I know about Alternative 4 are the most basic non-specific details.
例えば
Like what? Like I said before, I know you're in charge of the project, and that's one of the reasons this base even exists in the first place. Or rather, the real reason.
それから
And that you need to find a way to fit 15 billion semiconducting parallel computing circuits in the palm of your hand.
それから
And that Surface Pilot Cadet Squad 207 was a part of that plan. And that by December 24th you had the entire theory all worked out, but that your peers told you it would never work. Actually, I remember you saying something like, I wasn't cut out to be the Holy Mother.
何それ
What the heck does that mean? I don't know. But it was right after you said that Christmas was the day on which all single child bestowed a new hope onto mankind. I think it had something to do with that. I see. Anything else? Let's see. Well, there was a UN military insignia on Kasumi's shoulder that said Alternative 4, so I figured that brain might have something to do with it.
あと
And... Oh right, there are people trying to sabotage Alternative 4, though I don't really know how or why. That's about it, really.
なるほどそれじゃあ
I see.
確かに予言のしようがないわね
Seems you were right. None of that helps me at all. So then I don't really know anything useful?
でも
Well, no. But if someone who was in the know happened to overhear you saying any of that, chances are you'd be silenced immediately. Even though I don't actually know anything. Great.
でもあなたの決
Don't let it get you down. You should still do whatever you can. You don't have to tell me twice. I'm sure I'm not going to let that nightmare happen again.
そうじゃあ
Good.
後ろを向い
Now turn around and start walking. She's telling me to leave, isn't she? I'll get out of your hair then. But if there's anything I can do, please be sure to call me. You did that a lot last time.
分かったわ
Will do.
あなたも
And if anything happens, you come straight to me. Yes, ma'am. October 24th, 2001, Wednesday.
で味火炎が来航
Rushing things. Something's itchy for some reason anyway. As such, lead azide can be used as a substitute for mercury fulminate, and that's the last major type of explosive. Sure. Electron explosives. Yep, I definitely remember this. Everything from the individual training drills down to the daily meal plans are exactly the same as last time. Well, yes, it's the military.
高性能爆薬として
TNT and C4 are your quintessential high explosives. When using them, be sure to... serious little dinky little explosives like these. I mean, sure, they're not completely useless, but I can't imagine they'd be all that effective against the beta. It's not like I can stand up and say, we don't need to know any of this stuff, but... it just feels like we're wasting a hell of a lot more time on it than we should be. Right now, every minute counts. Look, the question is, how many days have I managed to save so far? The only thing I know for sure is that I got assigned to the squad a little earlier than last time. Mostly because I didn't spend as much time in the detention barracks. Pretty sure that bought us at least the extra 2 days, at least. Which would also mean that the lecture schedule's gotta be moved up a couple days ahead of last time. Otherwise it wouldn't make sense for me to remember all this stuff since I didn't join up till later on. I wish there was a way I could know for sure. But it's not like I remember exactly what happened on any given date either. Shirogane, tell the class how you'd handle this scenario. Who, me? Yes, you. If you can afford to daydream in my class, then this should be all too easy for you, correct? Where were we again? You made a point of declining when we offered to adjust the curriculum for you. You must be quite confident in yourself. So she wants me to explain how to handle the example scenario. Okay. This particular scenario is an example of basic rear infiltration tactics, conducted by a support unit just prior to the main operation. As such, the most ideal solution would be to target the high voltage cables running out the back end of their facility and sever it, while remaining undetected. Oh, and why is that? The scenario only requires that we disable the radar, not destroy it. It'd be best to leave the facility intact in case we ever need to use it again later on. Not only would it be less dangerous than attacking the facility itself, you'd also need only a fraction of the explosives pulled off, minimizing casualties while maximizing the chances of success. That's all. I mean, that's basic logic, yeah? You may be seated. That was a surprisingly good answer coming from a daydreamer. But you need to be more attentive during lectures. You got that? Yes, ma'am. I'll try not to let it happen again. That was amazing, Shirogane-san. Oh, San. He's being called a San, that... Yes, I was surprised as well. I was certain you were destined to do push-ups. I thought it was pretty self-explanatory, but whatever. Even so, I was quite impressed by that he factored in the potential for repurposing the facility, even in an isolated hypothetical scenario. Yeah, wait to think outside the box. Yes, it seems you've definitely got a knack for this. We're lucky to have you in our squad. Thank you. We have field stripping practice after this. We'd best be on our way. Guns, lots of parts in the guns. Field stripper gun. It's a gun with the things and the safety off. Now snapped on the receiver and we're done. I'm finished. You're all done? Yes, ma'am. 4 minutes 52 seconds. No way. Okay, let me check your work. It's prime condition. Everything seems to be in order. Yes, ma'am. Have you done this before? No, but I was a bit of a gun nut growing up, so I've done my fair share of reading up on how they're assembled. I see. Very well then. Just be sure to keep brushing up those skills so you don't fall out of practice. Yes, ma'am. Until now, Ayumina held the record at 6 minutes and 17 seconds, didn't she? Well, this little greenhorn just put that time to shame. The rest of you need to get your asses in gear. Yes, ma'am. You really are incredible, Shirogane-san. It was nothing really. I wasn't downplaying yourself again. It's pretty much just muscle memory at this point. Which is the whole point of all this training, so that when push comes to shove we don't even have to think about it. No need to be modest. She's right. I hate to admit it, but you're far better than the rest of us. Nice going, special boy. Indeed. Come on, guys. You can't keep stroking my ego, or else it's gonna start going to my head. Then we'll stop. Well, not entirely, right? Okay. Anyway, don't think your beginner's luck is gonna last forever. We'll show you a thing or two soon enough. But not really. Oh yeah, of course. I thought it might be a bad idea to stick out from the rest of the pack, but maybe it's actually a good thing. These guys all have a lot of pride, don't they? If I play my cards right, I just might motivate the entire squad to get on my level in no time. Of course, what? Oh, don't worry about it. Your arrival has had quite the impact on our squad as it is. Do not go soft on us now. Oh, don't worry, I won't let you guys down. Well, looks like we got a badass over here. Oh yeah, you mean? Well, I suggest you remember those words tomorrow, when I totally destroy you. Nope, I already forgot. God damn, I mean, this is great. Like that. What are you, a goldfish? But Mitsurugi's right. If you can raise the bar for the entire squad, we'll have a much better chance of passing the CCSE. That's for sure. We can't really afford to fail, can we? No, we really can't. So hey, there's something I want to ask you guys actually. What is it? I just want to know, do you all have something you want to protect? You don't have to tell me what exactly it is, but do you guys all have something worth risking your life for? Where's this coming from? People can accomplish great things when they have a driving purpose, correct? Effort and talent are really important, of course, but at the end of the day, I think you've gotta have that fire in your belly, you know? Especially when what you're fighting for is something that can never be replaced. A fire in your belly, is it? A peculiar choice of words, perhaps, but they certainly convey the strength of your will. And well, maybe some of you guys can relate to this sentiment, but for me... What? Up until about 2 years ago, the only thing I really cared about was keeping myself alive. And sure, that's still a big part of it, but now I understand that there are other things in need of my protection, even if it means putting my own life in danger. Because whatever it is that you're fighting for, be it your own life or something else entirely, you can't just protect it alone. That's something you all taught me. I think I see now. Would that be why? You relinquished your draft exemption and came here? Yeah, pretty much. Though actually I didn't have much of a choice in the matter. If you ask me, unless we can all set aside our differences and band together under a single driving purpose, we're not gonna stand a chance against the beta. If any one of us slips up, their loss affects all of us. I feel the same way. Yeah. So what do you say? Let's give it all of you got, yeah? Yeah. You're right. Let's really push ourselves. And now we're through all the nitty gritty. What is it this time? Sakaki, you don't mind if I call you class rep, do you? Fuck's sake. Excuse me. And for the rest of you, let's go with Mei, Tam, and I. Oh, and you guys can call me Takeru or Shugan, I don't care either way. This conversation has taken quite the turn. Mine's the only normal one. A bit offended, aren't you? Well, would you rather I call you Kay? Stop. Kay's the best, I love her. She's great. Anyway, since I'm the new guy here, I was hoping we could kinda break the ice a little bit before the evaluation rolls around. We're gonna be trusting each other with our lives, so I figured it'd be a good idea to get to know you all a little better. I see your point. Well then, you may address me however you wish. That makes me sound kinda like a cat. I think it's cute. Do you mind? Nope, not at all. Alright, and Tama, you should really treat me the way you treat everyone else. Just call me Takeru-san. Oh, you sure? Yeah, I just feel like that would suit you a whole lot better. Okay, I'll try Shirogane. Dude. I mean, I'll try Takeru-san. Wow, this is definitely the first time I've ever seen anyone insist on what others call them. Oh, just lay off, class up. So what about you, Ayamina? I don't care. Do what you want. Sweet, glad that's settled. You certainly don't waste any time. No, he doesn't. He doesn't have a choice this time around. See you tomorrow, Takeru-san. Yep, have a good night. Alrighty. I think I just expedited the whole team building process. Pretty significantly, in fact. Yes. Instead of weighing the others down, this time it's like they're all depending on me. That's gotta be a huge step in terms of our unity as a team. Now, if only Mikoto would hurry up and get back here, though I don't think there's anything I can do to speed that up. Which sucks. Knowing her, I'm sure she'll manage, but at this rate, she'll be way behind the others by the time she gets back. Ah well, not like you can really plan out interpersonal relationships anyhow. I'll just have to wait. Now, is there anything else I can speed up? Oh, Kasumi! Yes! Of course I should meet Kasumi as soon as possible. I still don't know who she is, much as why she was so fixated on that weird brain. I'll die if I leave this place. I forgot my voice. Bye bye. I'll die if I leave this place. Yeah, try to be as soft as possible. Why would she say that? I'm afraid of not knowing anymore. What did she even mean by that? If I don't protect it, I'll lose myself. Kasumi, what in the world were you so afraid of? You wouldn't understand, Takeru-chan. Takeru-chan. Yeah, one thing's for sure. This time around, I've gotta learn more about Kasumi. Yeah, because somehow connected with Sumika. It's literally in the name. It's literally in the name. The rest of us were part of the alternative program too, but our UN military insignias only said Yokohama base. Kasumi's was different though. She was far more directly involved with Alternative 4 than any of us. The fact that she's always with Yuko-sensei is proof enough of that. And after hearing the kinds of things she was saying that day, I highly doubt it's just a coincidence. You wouldn't understand, Takeru-chan. My heart skips a beat every time I think back on it. It felt like those words came straight from Sumika. That's why they stir up such complex emotions in me. Sumika's not even in this world. Yuko-sensei even checked. She's not in any of their records. And even if she did exist, despite all of the evidence to the contrary, even then, I have no idea why Kasumi would sound so much like her. Could I just be overthinking it? Was that really just the coincidence? Nah. She's on the front cover, Sumika's literally the only character visible in the main menu. Like, when you start the game, like, nah, it's not. That would definitely be the simplest explanation. I'm looking forward to that, though. But Kasumi's the only one in this world who ever called me Takeru-chan. And unless I'm remembering wrong, the only one who ever called me that back home in my world was Sumika. Oh man, this hallway is as dark and foreboding as ever. At least the door I'm looking for isn't hard to find. It's strange though. Despite how secure this area is, that room never gave off the same vibe as like a containment space for a deadly virus or a storage vault for highly classified information. For the most part, it was a perfectly ordinary room, with one exception. That cylinder in the middle, with the brain inside of it. Could there be something special about that warrants having it all the way down here under lock and key? I mean, this floor is built like a bomb shelter. There could be a huge explosion outside, and I doubt this place would even feel the impact. Hell, even if that HSST had crashed into the base, I bet this floor would have gone totally unscathed. As always, the eerie echo of my footsteps is the only sound. Hello. There she is, little bunny girl. I still remember the last time I saw her like it was yesterday. I can't remember any of the events following or leading up to it though. I just remember picking her up and making a mad dash back upstairs. Could be that part of my memory got wiped somehow when I went back in time. Time travel is about as fantastical as it gets, so I definitely wouldn't rule out the possibility. Anyway, I really shouldn't get too hung up over a little memory loss at this point. To be completely honest, sometimes I even have my doubts about whether or not my world ever existed at all. So being fuzzy on a few details feels pretty minor in comparison. But it's the details that matter though. But anyway. Hey! Take a step back. It's really something, you know. Take a step back. Just seeing her again like this. I was so sure we'd said goodbye forever. Hey, wait up! Got that little peek. Even though... Don't go running off on me now. Hi there. Nice to meet you. I'm Shirugan Takeru. What's your name? Right. I've got to start all the way over from square one with her. I'm on a pretty tight schedule again, but hopefully we can make a little more progress than we did last time. Still giving me the silent treatment. I see. Come on, I know you can speak Japanese. She's not gonna tell me her name, is she? Kasumi. Yashiro Kasumi. Whoa, sweet. You actually responded this time. We're making progress already. Oh, she might have some additional memories though. Sorry, you probably have no idea what I mean by this time, do you? Well, you see, it's kind of a long story, but... There it is. Yeah, the mystery. You don't have to explain. Oh, you sure? Yes. Alright, Kasumi. Why don't we commemorate the occasion with a good old-fashioned handshake? Oops, did I just call you Kasumi? Yes. Sorry about that. See, I've got this thing where I forget when I'm not on a first-name basis with people. It's fine. You can call me Kasumi. Well, if you say so. Okay then, let's shake on it. Oh, come on, it's just a handshake. A handshake? Do you not know how? Here, just give me your hand like this. Oh, this is cute. Well, your hand sure is warm for its size. Okay, now we shake. Shake. There, all done. Wow. Come to think of it, I've never actually touched her before, have I? Well, I guess I did once, technically, when I carried her up and out of the base. What was she even talking about back then? Those eyes looking straight at you. What? Is there something on my face? No. Alright, hey, could you hold still for a second? Alternative 4. Sure enough, there it is. Right there in big bold letters. How did I not even give this a second thought last time? Well, I guess it did raise some questions in my mind. I just never actually asked anyone about it. Alright, I've gotta go see Yuko-sensei, so I'm gonna head out now, okay? Okay, later. Bye-bye. Yeah, see you soon. Wait. You taught her bye-bye previously. Not this time around, though. Yeah, no need to explain because she already knows a lot. Yeah, she's got interconnected brains with the other worlds. Yeah, obviously. Yeah, bye-bye. Man, those two syllables can be so absolutely heart-wrenching when said at just the right moment. Really makes you feel like you're saying your last goodbyes. I mean, Kasumi used to say it all the time, and it never bothered me at all. But now it just brings back memories of the last time I saw her. So it kinda hurts to hear, honestly. On that bye-bye as well, with Maya, back in the other world. There it is again. I know I'm forgetting something, but I just can't figure out what it is. Man, it's really bugging me. Things are connected. Well, whatever. Not like I'm suddenly gonna remember just by thinking really hard about it. It was just a simple bye-bye, that's all. But that's super important though. It's super fucking important. Sensei, are you in here? Well, look who it is. What's up? What? Kasumi? What are you doing here? Come on over. Don't be shy. I hardly ever see Kasumi in your office. In fact, I hardly ever see her outside her room at all. Oh well, other than when she used to come wake me up every morning, that is. What's the matter? Whisper, whisper. Kinda rude to whisper about someone when you're standing right there, you know. Especially when you're making eye contact with the person in question, Sensei. That's great though. She's definitely planning something. I'd recognize that glint in her eye in any universe. You don't say. Interesting. Alright then. What was that about? Oh, nothing. And I told you before, didn't I? There's not a lot I can divulge to you. Well, yeah, but you were kind of whispering right in front of me, you know? There's no reason to assume we were talking about you now, is there? Okay, she's so full of it. Why the hell else would you be making intense eye contact with me like that? Okay, but never mind. Man, that kind of bums me out a lot. I must be more self-conscious than I thought. Oh, don't look so hung up about it. Regardless of how you came across it, the fact remains that you're in possession of intel that you really shouldn't know. Yeah, I know. And since that intel happened to have catastrophic implications for my research, now I'm pushing myself harder than ever to get it done in time. Just like you wanted. Really? And what's more, from what Yashiro tells me, it seems you're not entirely crazy. Oh, that's good to hear, I guess. One word from Kasumi and suddenly she's convinced I'm not nuts. Does Yuka-sensei trust her judgment that much? That's something else. So, what brings you here today? Well... Not sure I want to ask her about this when Kasumi's around. Oh, leaving already? She can read your mind. It's adorable. Was it something you didn't want to say in front of Yashiro? Well, not specifically, no. I just kinda thought I shouldn't. Oh, well, fine by me. Now, what is it? That insignia on Kasumi's shoulder. It says Alternative 4, doesn't it? It does. And? You already told me you'd noticed that before. Right, but I never really gave it a second thought since I had no idea what it meant. I see. Well, as you've probably already guessed, that girl is one of the most vital assets to my research. Far more vital than you could ever hope to be. And what about that brain in the stasis tube? Oh yes, absolutely vital. Yashiro and that tube are like two parts of a whole. What even is Alternative 4 anyway? A plan in which a single child bestows a new hope onto mankind. Wow, that just about sums it up, doesn't it? Gotta love those inspirational quotes from the greats. You're quoting yourself though. Well, yes, because I am one of the greats, of course. Yeah, just keep tooting your own horn. She does remember she's headed for a fall here, right? Is she even taking what I'm telling her serious? Of course she is, but you gotta have a levity in moments of rest, in order to be serious. Okay, so then, Kasumi's the child, or what? No comment. There's no way I'm going to tell you that. I thought you said you trusted me, though. This has nothing to do with trust. I'm afraid I don't really catch your drift. Your very knowledge on these things would end up having repercussions on everything in this world, including you, of course. Still don't get it? No, I really don't. Well, let me ask you this. How does one go about telling the future? You can't. It's impossible. Exactly, though. Here's the thing. But see, you've already experienced the future. So with that in mind, let's say you could remember every last detail of what you did, when and where, down to the nanosecond. What then? Well, then if I did the exact same things I did last time, things would play out the exact same way. Now, one more question. What would you need to do in order to reach a future similar to the one you experienced, but not quite completely identical? Well, first I'd have to do the exact same things at the exact same times as before. And then? I'm not sure I can really explain the rest of it properly. It'd be a lot easier if this world had choose-your-own-adventure games. Try anyway. After doing that, when you get to the last choice you made, do it differently than before. Then the future will be just a tiny bit different. Yeah, that's exactly what we're gonna be doing here, loading quick saves and stuff. The very last choice. I see. That's pretty much correct. Color me impressed, Shirogane. You aren't as stupid as you look. I think I get what you're trying to say. Basically, if I learn what Alternative 4 is now, it'll change the future too drastically. Am I right? That's essentially correct. So as long as you're in this world, you'll need to be absolutely vigilant about these kinds of things. Yeah, I guess you're right. But you're already changing this quite a bit, aren't you? Yeah, I definitely am. And you're going to keep on changing things going forward. Right. And these changes could have a snowball effect, which might eventually cause events to play out differently than they did in the future you remember, rendering your memories out of it completely useless. Which means that at any given moment, you could potentially make a decision that ultimately results in the abolishment of Alternative 4. Wait, so then we might already be too late? It's still too early to know. What makes you say that? Has anything significant happened in the past few days that you don't remember happening before? No. All the lectures and drills we're doing have been exactly the same so far. Which means that so far, the fact that you already know the future hasn't had much of an impact on this world at all. There are multiple roads to any destination, is what I'm saying. For the moment, these minor discrepancies aren't leading you too far off the beaten path. Right, that makes sense. Wait, but then... What is it? Hold the frickin' phone. Are you saying the changes I've been making so far have been totally insignificant in the grand scheme of things? Perhaps, yes. Isn't that the same as saying I can't change the future? Is that what it sounded like? Can I or can't I? Why did you even come to this world in the first place? The world you grew up in and the world you're in now. They're two very different places, wouldn't you say? They are. Which means there could be an infinite number of parallel universes out there, each one only slightly different than the last. An infinite number? Yeah, unlimited even. Yes. For each and every conceivable possibility, there's an alternative universe that exists in parallel to this one. So then, hypothetically speaking, there might be a world where the dinosaurs are still alive? Of course. You can't rule out any possibility, after all. There would even be universes in which the Earth simply doesn't exist. And yet, here you are, back in almost the exact same universe as the last time. Is that a coincidence? Fucking yeah, no. No. It just means you must have had an intense desire to come back here. All matter exists because something compels it to. What? Things have a desire, a need, an obligation to exist. And they can only exist by willing themselves into being. According to some people anyway. They will themselves into existence? The fact that Shirogane Takeru came to be in this world is because you felt you had something you needed to do here, and your will was strong enough to help you achieve that. That's one possible interpretation at least. Do you understand? Yeah, I can understand that, but okay, it's just the power of willpower. It would be natural to hypothesize that it was that desire which guided you back to this world. So, with that in mind, don't you think you should work as hard as you can to realize whatever it is you came here to achieve? I'm confident you're the focal point of a unique phenomenon. I wouldn't be surprised if a drastic mood swing caused you to jump into yet another dimension. Huh. I mean, yeah, we don't know how it happened the first time around even. If you ever lose your feelings of attachment to this world, then you might just find yourself, to borrow your example, back in the dinosaur kingdom. But let's not dwell on silly little what-if scenarios. My point is, you are an extremely unstable existence. Do you understand? I think so. Alright. Actually, there's the choices. The ability for him to choose these things. Actually, okay, that plays into that technically, in a way. But man, the idea of changing worlds or going back in time through sheer willpower sure seems pretty far-fetched. And who knows what might happen to this world if you were to jump to some other universe. Yeah. If my hypothesis is correct, then you and everyone you interacted with here could be in mortal danger. What? If your will were to fluctuate and you jump dimensions to some other world, it's entirely possible that everyone you interacted with in the previous world would cease to exist. Wait, so not only would I end up someplace completely different, but all my old friends would die too? That's absolutely horrifying. If that idea horrifies you, then just make sure you complete your objective in this world. That way, you'll have nothing to worry about. Right. I'd rather not experience the future you lived through either. So you can trust that I'll be doing whatever I can to stave it off on my end too. Thank you. Alright, that's all. Lecture's over. Yeah, you can't afford to be wasting your time on this. And neither can you. I'll get going then. Alright, one last thing. Yes? Laplace's demon doesn't exist anymore. What? Laplace's demon? The future isn't predetermined. It can always change for the better, or for the worse. Right. No one can know what the future might hold. For now, you just keep doing things the way you have been. Seize the future you desire with your own two hands. I'll keep that in mind. Bye. An unstable existence, huh? But seriously, jumping between parallel universes through sheer force of will almost sounds like a plot of a crappy comic book. And yet, apparently that's the whole reason I'm here right now. Could I have really done that all through my own willpower? Like hell am I gonna get warped up off in some other weird-ass world against my will? I'm not even done with this world yet. Not even close. Let's do this thing. Time to go to sleep. All pumped up and ready to sleep. And we're gonna call it there as well. Quick save and regular save as well, because that is a good cutoff point. We had some talk, the revelation and stuff like that. Good stuff. Lots of good stuff there. Good stuff there. Alright. Let's leave it. Chapter 1 complete. Let's leave chapter 2 for next time, whenever that is. And that's that. That is that, isn't it? What am I even looking at here? What did I say? What? Any music? Is this? Did I show this one previously? No. Queen, I Want It All. Janet, Rock My Life. Genesis, Misunderstanding. Frank Sinatra, Adgia Kikaru. And Georgia Moridor, Cacophony. Right? I didn't show that previously, or did I? I don't remember. No. Okay, anyway, that's the random music recommendations. Go look them up. The good stuff or whatever. Or not. I'm just floundering. I know my brain's a bit. Anyway, bye. Hello there. Hi, I am Carionto still, and we are back with Muv-Luv Alternative. Takeru speeding through the everything stuff now. Going through the relationships, still establishing contact and everything else. Getting in with the group. And getting his training done. Well, he's already super trained and informed about things, so we're gonna get to the plot. Eventually. Soon, hopefully. Let's move this out of the way, but before we do that, let's try to speak normally. Let's try to learn how to speak normally, because I'm terrible at that, apparently. Anyway, another thing. Short story 96 from August 10th, 2018. Power corrupts. Corruption brings its own power. Do what others deem wrong. But anyone can do it, if they want to. Reasons are plentiful. Poverty, disease, desperation, greed. No matter what, everyone sees themselves as in the right. Otherwise, madness to condemn your own willful actions. Corrupting power. How can you give up something for less? And I'll look at all that it enables. Others won't know how to use it. You must keep it. Only you can bring the most out of it. They are fools. No, insane to try and take it. You have no choice. You never had a choice. No one will understand. That is, no one without absolute power. Seen as absolute corruption. It probably is. But no one sets out to just be corrupt. I was in the mood when I wrote that, apparently. Okay. Politicking thing. Anyway, that's out of the way. Quickly and efficiently, sort of, maybe, whatever. So yes, anyway, Muv-Luv alternative. Let's just continue and dive into it. Let's go. I'm very excited to do the thing. I just want to move on. Yeah, there we go. Let's load up the thing and continue with the story. Yes, Takeru, think. There is got to be waking him up already. Shake. Come on, Cosme, just a little longer. That's better. Wait. I love this part. It's silly. Cosme, I'm begging you. Morning, Cosme. Oh yeah, I guess she did start waking me up the day after I met her last time, didn't she? I had a lot on my mind yesterday, so I was up a lot later than I usually am these days. Yeah, she knows things. She knows more than she appears. Her mind can see parallel universes. So I've woken you up before then.
Bye-bye.
Yep, bye-bye. Oh. Yeah, that's a big hint. That's a really big hint. Dude, the bye-bye. It's a big hint. Yeah, bye-bye. Come on, Takeru, think! Oh, I get it. She probably heard from Yuko-sensei about how I came back to this world. No. I mean, yes, maybe, but no. No, there's more. No, you didn't teach her the bye-bye. You didn't teach her the bye-bye here. That's gotta be it. From her perspective, this is the first day she's woken me up. But is it? It's not. Come on, Takeru, think! It probably freaked her out a little when I mumbled 5 more minutes cost me, or whatever, in my sleep. Gotta be careful not to scare her like that. She's always been a little timid. Looks I've still got time before the wake-up call. Right on schedule, Kasumi. Nicely done. That's not it, Takeru. There's a lot more going on. Okay, we have this kind of music. On your mark. Take aim at the 100-meter target. Selector on full. Fire in short bursts. Fire! I think I've messed up her voice here. It's not that. Okay. Yeah, that seemed like a solid hit. I haven't practiced with small arms in a while, but it looks like I'm not rusty at all. Well, it's muscle memory. It's like riding a bike. I went like a decade without riding a bike and then I just sat and it's like, yeah, I know how to ride a bike again. Instantly. Wow. Way to go, class rep. She's landing every one of her shots. Last time I didn't really have the chance to watch how the others were doing. But they're competent soldiers. He's noticed something. Whoa, hold on a sec. What? You're being a little too trigger happy, class rep. Trigger happy? Right. There's a big difference between taking your shots quickly and efficiently and what you're doing. What do you mean? Okay, so listen up. Oh wow, looks like everyone's making the same mistakes. Should probably take this opportunity to teach them all at once. It'll be a great lesson for their entire squad. Might even help to expedite our TSF training too. Shirogane! You've got some nerve to be making idle chit-chat in the middle of my training exercises. Maruma-chan, perfect timing. Instructor, I have a favor to ask. Well, go on then. Out with it. I'd like to gather everyone together for a brief meeting. Care to explain what for? I just noticed something about their shooting technique that I want to address. I'd really appreciate it. He's way too competent, but like, hey. Is she gonna yell at me? Telling me not to do her job? No, if she's competent, then no, she'll accept that. Very well. Sakaki, round up the others. The floor is yours. Thank you very much. Here we go. Time to show you guys just how special I really am, for fuck's sake. Well, he does get to his head sometimes, that's sure. Yuko-sensei signed off on me and all, but what really matters is how I perform day in and day out. Ceasefire! Squad, regroup! What is it? Shirogane's got something to tell us, apparently.
And what's that?
Okay, guys, now just try to hear me out here without getting offended. Not gonna happen. Thanks, Kay. You don't even know what it is yet, dude. Fine, we won't. Just get to the point. Right. So as I was watching you guys and checking out your form, I kinda got the impression that you guys are so used to these training drills that you're starting to lose track of what's most important. What do you mean? As I was saying to class up earlier, you guys tend to fire almost immediately after raising your weapons, which means you're developing shooting techniques that'll only ever work on a firing range. I know this is just small arms training at this point, but if you let yourself form bad habits now, it'll be a lot harder to correct them when it comes time to shoot in a TSF. Care to elaborate? Well, in a TSF you got all these systems that either automate or speed up parts of the process, like the lock-on feature. So if you let it just become muscle memory without really looking where you're shooting, you might start pulling the trigger just as a reflex and waste a lot of ammo as a result. There's not much risk of friendly fire thanks to the IFF, but on a real battlefield, everything's constantly in motion. Plus you have to be able to adapt to your environment and deal with the targets behind cover. So before you pull that trigger, just take a deep breath and try to really zone in on your target. That'll give you just enough time to make those snap decisions. I guarantee it'll make this transition to TSFs a whole lot easier. Basic weapons training is important and all, but since we're here to become surface bouts, I think that'll be a better approach for us in the long run. It took us a long time to adapt to all the little differences when we switched to the simulators, so if I can speed that process up, if only a little bit. Everyone's shocked by how competent he is. Crap, was that too obvious? I probably shouldn't know all this stuff already, should I? I mean, that's what a surface pilot buddy of mine told me anyway. Come on. I see.
I guess I really hadn't thought about it that way before.
You get what I'm trying to say? Essentially, you're saying we should be thinking about what the end goals of our training are in order to achieve them more efficiently. Shirogane is a smarty pants. Yeah, sorry if it sounded like I was talking down to you guys. I know if it were me, I'd react pretty negatively to being lectured like that. That would be a purely emotional response. You have made a sound argument, and that is what matters to me. Instructor, I'd like to incorporate Shirogane's suggestions into our training. Well, you have a fairly good handle on the basics at this point, I suppose. Very well, I'll allow it. Thank you, I really appreciate it. Then let us adopt them at once.
Yeah.
Hey, sorry about that. Well, like, I kinda just up and stole your job for a minute there, didn't I? Oh, cut it out. If it's for the betterment of the squad, why would I be bothered? Yeah, but still. Making the best use of our time is not only in our own best interests, but in humanity's as well. And you've already made it clear that you're flat out better than us at this stuff. Right. Yeah, a little tap on the shoulder. It's pretty nice out today. Man, I don't think I even paid any attention to the weather during training last time. I was struggling just to keep up. Come to think of it, wasn't this right about the time when Tama showed me her mad sniping skills? But man, what was really impressive was when she shot down that shuttle. I mean, the thing was practically the size of a sesame seed from where we were. I wonder if I'm gonna have to go through that whole incident again too. Probably safe to assume so. I couldn't possibly change the future so dramatically that Tama won't be able to snipe it down this time around, right? I mean, she's been a sharpshooter since long before I showed up. Ah, damn it, now I'm worried! Tama! Tama!
What's the matter?
You think you can hit that target over there?
You mean the 300-meter one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I could probably do that.
What about that one?
500 meters? I'm not so sure.
I mean, 300 is already within this thing's effective range, right? Hell, even I could probably hit that one. I just heard you were a pretty good sniper is all.
Who told you that?
Oh crap. Good job, Shirogane. Professor Koski? No need to be modest about it. Why don't you show the Shirogane what you're made of?
It's not like I'm that good though.
Come on. He could stand to be taken down a peg or two. Aren't you fed up with him showing the rest of us up all the time?
No, well, maybe a little. Alright, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, you got Tama. Dang, you really know how to manipulate people. Oh, I meant every word. Wow. For a squad leader, you sure are mature. Is that sarcasm? Well, just you watch. Tamasa really is incredible. A prodigy, even. Yeah, you can say that again. It's not just talent, either. She works hard at it too. At this stage, she's still suppressing her anxiety attacks through sheer willpower. And yet, I'm not seeing a hint of stage fright in her body language right now. Tama's a real trooper.
Hey, you don't mind if I go prone for this, do you?
Sure, do it however you want.
Okay, here goes. I'm a little worried about the wind, though.
Think you can hit it?
Yeah, this isn't too bad. Here goes.
Bang. Use these binoculars. Oh, thanks. And it's a bullseye. Dang. Dead center. Again. And again. Every time I hear a gunshot, another hole appears. Sweet. Looks like I haven't changed the future too drastically yet. As far as I can tell anyway. Oh yeah. Circumstances beyond control won't change at all. Well, I mean, there's the possibility of this being a very slight variation of the universe. So you ready? Yeah, but seriously, you really didn't need to scatter them all over the table. Well, that's... I know it's supposed to prepare us for the whole worst case scenario. But seriously, learning how to assemble a rifle blindfolded... I can't say I remember a single time that this kind of ultra-specific weapons training came in handy. Like, it's not about the exact scenario, but it's about dexterity. But anyway, he knows this stuff. Not only did I never actually have to use a free back protector or small arms, I don't have any memories of being in live combat whatsoever. In fact, I'm pretty sure I was never in any real battles. Yeah, well, that's gonna change here. Okay then, I'll put the blindfold on. Sure. Class sir, that's way too tight! Fine, fine. Quit your whining. You did that on purpose, didn't you? How's that? Better? Yeah, that's perfect. Alright, guess I'll get started then. And gun assembly happening. There we go. More bumbling noises waiting around for him. This is the bolt. So I put that in the carrier. There we go. Next. Okay, all done. It's just a puzzle piece.
Already.
I've done this so many times I could do it in my sleep. It's like riding a bike for me at this point. We are technically soldiers, so I get why they want us to know the fundamentals. But man, I wish we didn't have to waste so much time on this. Okay, instructor, I'm gonna go zero it in now. Alright, head out to the range. Don't put the magazine in before you get there. Understood. Oh yeah, I feel like someone told me that a long time ago. If you're carrying around a loaded gun, don't be surprised when someone else with a gun decides not to give you the benefit of the doubt. Fair. That is fair. There's a slight breeze. If I take that into account, for a target at 300 meters... Okay, let's try this for starters. Missed. In that case, how about this? Bang. Close but no cigar. Maybe a little to the left?
How's it going?
Oh. Hey you. I think the gun itself is working properly at least. How about you, Tama?
Mine's just fine.
Bang, bang, bang. Why am I not surprised? You're a pro at this. Obviously the better sniper is gonna be better at zeroing her gun. Well, guess it's my turn then.
Good luck.
I've got this. I've already zeroed twice. That really ought to be enough to at least hit somewhere on the target.
Oh, wow.
Oh, come on, don't act like that's impressive. I'm still 10 centimeters off. Well, 10 centimeters at a distance of 300 meters isn't all that bad, I guess, but still. It's kinda embarrassing to miss this bad in front of you.
Huh? Are you serious? I mean, there's nothing wrong with having to readjust a few times. And look how close that last one was.
Oh yeah, and like in the shuttle shot, she zeroed in twice herself as well. I guess. Well, it definitely means a lot for you to compliment me on my marksmanship. But still.
Takeru-san, can you do long-range shots too?
Definitely not as good as you. But I could give it a shot, I guess.
Yeah, let me see what you got.
Oh wow. You're gonna take a long-range shot in front of Thomas. You've got a lot of nerve. Whoa, I'm not trying to make this into a competition, dude. Really? Well, either way, I've gotta see this.
Here, you can use my sniper rifle, Takeru-san.
Thanks. Alright, how about you aim for that target? Which one? That one? Well, hang on, that's over 800 meters away. Damn, this escalated quickly. Though I guess that just means she has high expectations of me. Here's some binoculars. So it's 850, huh? Think you can do it? I'll give it my best shot. They probably expect me to miss, don't they? I mean, any other rookie definitely would. Here we go. Oh well, English style. That's what Thomas uses. Well, yeah, it's just more comfortable this way. Round, please. More comfortable? Well, if you say so. Dude, seriously, don't sweat the small stuff. Is one gonna be enough? Yeah, no problem. It just means I can't miss.
Wowie, you're so confident.
Overly so, if you ask me. Okay, here goes nothing. How was that? I could check through the binoculars, but I don't want to spoil the surprise for myself. You already know, don't you? Of course not. Hey, let's see here. Aw, I didn't hit the bullseye. Well, whatever. Any direct hit would disable the target anyway.
Holy mackerel, Takeru.
You're definitely gonna have to tell me where you learned to do that. Guess you could say I had a really great coach.
Is there a reason you're still staring at me?
Well, because it's all thanks to you. I couldn't have made the shot if an expert like you hadn't zeroed the gun. You pretty much did all the work for me.
Oh gosh, no. It was all you, Takeru-san.
Isn't the success of a long-range shot 70% dependent on the adjustment of the scope? Well, yes, but... Oh, just... Okay, that's enough for today. Dismissed. Salute. Alright, you guys ready for some grub?
Yeah, I'm so hungry.
Same, I'm starving. Oh, come on. God damn, already with the fucking stupid, like, jealousy. Guys, what's up? Are we going or what? Your excessive skill should not continue to confound me. And yet... Oh, come on, are we still talking about that shot? It's not like I'm on Tama's level or anything. I mean, you guys can all do that too, right? Yeah, but... Shirogane, you haven't been conscripted before, have you? What makes you say that? Did I go a little too far this time? This is kind of bizarre. You only just enlisted, but you could do everything so much better than the rest of us. Indeed, you are no ordinary man. Come on, man, not you too. Aren't you guys supposed to have a non-interference policy? Thanks, gay. I mean, knock it off. You're super duper super.
You could say that again. He could shoot, snipe, do hand-to-hand combat.
And oddly enough, he does quite well in the classroom as well. Oddly enough, that's just rude.
But we're squad mates now, right? No matter what happened in his past, all that matters now is how he can benefit the squad.
Well, obviously. But it still makes you wonder, doesn't it? Yikes, they're totally putting me under a microscope. For the record, I have been making an effort to hold back, you guys. Oh, he has? Man, I'm starving. Gotta head on over to the PX. See you guys there. And just fucking run away. What? I really screwed the pooch this time. But it's not like I can stop now. I'm just gonna have to be more careful from here on out. I'm not gonna let them put Alternative 5 into effect. As long as I can stop that from happening, I don't care what anyone thinks about me. Right now, I just need to focus on bringing the others up to my level so that we can graduate as soon as possible. I can swallow my pride if I have to, but then again, if I start pretending to suck now, it'll probably have a negative effect on morale. Am I gonna have to pull the Super Elite Soldier card again? No, damn it, there's no way they'd all buy that excuse. It only worked last time because I had my game guy with me. And even then, it was hard enough just getting one of them to believe me. No way in hell am I gonna convince the entire squad. Damn it, is holding myself back really my only option? I mean, it's already too late. I'm doing way too well for myself at this time around. The last time I was so clueless and helpless that everyone had to come together to pull me through. It's a big part of what made us into a team. At this rate, we might never develop those deeper bonds of camaraderie, at which point it won't matter how skilled or unified we look on the surface. Yeah, of course. Maybe I've been a little too uptight this far. Like, maybe I'm taking things a little too seriously. I think I've been giving off a really, I don't know, unapproachable vibe or something. Well, it did just run away. It would probably be better if I were a bit more casual and relaxed around the others, like I was last time. Though to be honest, I'm gonna have a hard time taking it easy this time around, knowing that we're on the deadline here. But I don't have much of a choice. I've gotta turn myself around. Also literally turn around and go back to them. Ah! Whoops. Alright, hello, Miki. No. Mikoto.
Ah, oh gosh, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine, but what about you?
I didn't hurt you, did I? You sure you're alright?
Oh yeah, I'm just fine. Ah.
Huh? Oh jeez, I did hurt you, didn't I?
You, come on, you've been through this already. Come on, why are you surprised about Mikoto? Being in a little dress like that.
Eh? Oh gosh, are you like a farmer or something?
Mikoto. You're
For sake. Oh, you're pretending to be a sheep. Man, you're weird.
You're back, you're finally back! I totally forgot today's the day she came back.
Alright, I've gotta go see the instructor.
Wait a sec, just wait right there.
Huh? Why? Do you need something?
What do I do? If I want to leave the same impression as I did last time, I need to do the same thing I did last time. The exact same thing. Oh no. There we go, Takeru's being an idiot again. And now that I think about it, this might be just the opportunity I need to get things back on track. I think. You should think less sometimes.
Hello? You okay in there?
Ah, this is an actual difficult choice, because, like, you better not. From my perspective, no. Here goes nothing, no, I'd better not. Like, don't be an idiot. No, I really shouldn't. But this is still a good opportunity. If we can hit it off right away, that'll make it easier to get the others to warm up to me.
What's wrong?
Sorry, it's just...
So, get this. I got hurt pretty bad, actually, and so they had me hospitalized downstairs for a while. But today I finally got released.
Nobody asked.
Oh yeah, and then there's a new guy in my squad now. Man, I can't wait to meet him.
There, anyway, back on track. That's me.
Wait, don't tell me. Are you the new guy?
That's what I just said. Dude, I literally just said I was the new guy in your squad.
Huh? No kidding.
Still a world-class selective listener, I see. Yeah, of course. Mikoto's great like that.
I'm Yore Mikoto. Nice to meet ya.
I'm Shurugan Takeru.
Okay. You can call me Mikoto, and I'll call you Takeru.
Okay, got it. Glad to see you're still marching to the beat of your own drum.
Oh, it's Yore-san. Oh my gosh, Miki-san, it's been like ages. Oh? What are you doing here? Hey, Chizuru-san.
Yoroi?
And Mei-san too. And Kei-san. Long time no see, guys. Yep.
どうしたの？
So, what's this about? Oh, I just randomly bumped into her and figured I'd introduce myself.
そうか。
I see. Then we can dispense with the introductions. Oh, right! I've got to go see the instructor! Hey! If I don't hurry, I'll be late for lunch! Bye, Takeru! See you later! We're going to lunch, but okay. She's as busy as ever. Right, I almost forgot! What's up?
We didn't shake hands.
Right. She has some really tiny pale hands. You'd never guess she was actually a hardcore survivalist.
I look forward to training with you.
Yeah, ditto.
Okay, later.
And then there were 5.
私たちも行きましょうか。
We should get going too. We don't have a whole lot of time.
タケル。
Takeru, let us hurry to the PX.
Can't be too late, or else we won't have much time to eat.
今日は焼き
It's yakisoba day. Man, oh man, so Mikoto's finally back in action, huh? Well, at least her general ditziness can be a good excuse for me to change up my behavior. I should have less trouble getting them to warm up to me now. In any case, today's the 1st of November. I'm pretty sure that's the exact same day Mikoto came back last time. Damn, November already. How much of an impact have I had on the future thus far? So far, negligible. But it's all being built up within the people who will make decisions that make the changes. I get the feeling I'm only tweaking minor details, yes, but minor details add up, eventually. But if I overdo it, then who the hell knows what might happen. It could be catastrophic. I hope it is in one timeline. But even so, I have to do something, regardless of the possible consequences. Hey Kasumi, how's it going? Hello Sumika's brain. There she is again, staring off into the brain tube. Sure hope this kid's okay. Guess that's just the way she's always been. She's got an important role to play in Alternative 4, and according to Yuko-sensei, that brain's got something to do with it too. Not sure how to break the ice here. I feel like she'll just get mad if I interrupt her. She doesn't really get mad though. What's she even doing anyway? She's telepathicking with the brain. That'd be quite the sight actually. Now I'm kinda curious what a pissed off Kasumi would look like.
何か。
What is it? Ah! Yikes, is this guy the ninja or what? Oh, I just kinda wanted to see you, is all. I'm not interrupting anything, am I?
構いません。
I don't mind. So what are you doing?
顔を見せてます。
Letting you see me? Hey, so tell me, how long have you been on this base? Ah, great, and now I'm being ignored. Well, not that that's anything unusual.
知りたいですか？
Would you like to know? Yeah, that'd be nice.
そうですか。
Interesting. Is it? What? Interesting. That's it? No explanation?
ちょっと前からです。
I've been here for a little while. What does that mean? And how long is a little while?
少しです。
Not that long. And how much time is that?
割とです。
Quite a bit. Okay, she's just fucking with you now. She does have a sense of humor though. She's a silly little goose. Bunny even. You've lost me. A little while, not that long. Okay, fine. Pretty much the same thing. But quite a bit? Isn't that like the exact opposite implication?
1年ぐらい前からです。
Since about a year ago. Okay, finally. Oh, really? And that's the truth?
はい。
Yes. Okay, so what do you do here? Hello?
秘密です。
It's a secret. A secret, huh? Well, okay. Is it because it has something to do with Alternative 4? You don't need to go into a lot of detail or anything. I just want to know a little more about you, that's all. Hey, how about this? I'll tell you a really juicy secret that I know, and in return, you have to tell me one of yours. You know what, Yore Mikoto from Squad 207? Oh, for fuck's sake, come on. For fuck's sake, that's just... Well, nobody knows this, but she's secretly a dude. It's not true, though. She's a girl in your universe as well. Don't tell anyone, okay? Ah, crap, I think she actually believed me. Of course she did. Sorry, that one's not actually true.
嘘つき
Liar. Eesh. Well, I mean, it's half true. She was a boy in the world I came from. Not actually. And his name was written differently. It's like, what's the word? Ah, crap, I think I just let something slip that I really shouldn't have. Huh? What? No reaction to that? You don't seem all that surprised.
知ってます
I already knew.
だから
So it's not a surprise. Wait, you already knew? Like, that I came from another world and stuff? I'm not talking about how I went back in time. I originally came from a totally different world.
はい
Yes, I know. Did Sensei tell you?
少し
Not
違います
exactly. Not exactly, huh? Well, if she didn't hear it from Yuko-sensei directly, I guess she must have just seen it in her notes or something. It's not like anyone else could have told her. Gotcha, and you don't want to reveal your sources, I take it?
秘密です
It's top secret, it's the brain. It's obviously the fucking brain. I see. Well, sorry to bother you. Guess I'll head on back to my room now. Night.
おやすみなさい
Good night. Alright. That was an interaction. He's getting all kinds of hints. But he's not putting the puzzle pieces together yet. That's fine. And then suddenly ninja attacks. Boom, boom, boom. Impressive. Ugh. And... oh, please, don't flatter me. That's some action stuff. And here I thought I'd be able to totally wipe the floor with her. Nah, she's still a ninja. Trained from, like, childhood. I mean, sure, it's just a prep drill to get us ready for melee combat in TSS. But May is seriously giving me a run for my money.
謙遜するな
No need to be modest. I truly never believed anyone but Ayamina could pose such a challenge to me in close quarters. Yeah, but if we were using swords, I wouldn't stand a chance. I can't do Iaido to save my life. This was definitely the day I got beaten to a pulp with training swords last time around. That's a good shot, I like that. Did they switch out the training schedule or something? Could that mean that history's been rewritten, at least a little bit? Everything that's happening so far has gone pretty much according to my recollections, so a change like this one feels pretty major. What's the matter? Your concentration is waning. Oh crap, why didn't you take advantage of that?
武士の情けと
Call it a warrior's mercy. You're gonna regret that. We shall see. Sorry, Toots, but I already know your game. Maybe not well enough to read your every move, but I can at least go toe-to-toe with you. Take that! And blam! And did a bunch of movements.
近接戦闘
To be honest, I did not expect you to be so adept at melee combat as well. Ah, way to judge a book by its cover.
許すがよい
Forgive me. There are many who neglect their hand-to-hand skills once they begin to excel with firearms.
多かった
Yeah, I kinda understand that. I don't even want to imagine being forced to fight in a TSF after it's run out of ammo, to be honest. But in a real battle, you have to be prepared for anything and everything. It's awesome to have one particular thing that you're really good at, but if you don't make sure to balance that out with the rest of your skills, you won't always get the chance to use that talent to its full potential. A squad full of specialists falls apart the instant one of them goes down. Man, that takes me back. I remember back when they first taught me that last time. But seriously though. Swoosh.
なんだ
What is it? You really don't want to let me win, do you?
目を合わせる
I yield to no man. Of course not. There we go. Take that and all that kind of noise. This is proving to be an arduous battle. It's only been 30 minutes. That's a long time for melee combat. Don't tell me you're breaking sweat already. Hold your tongue. Sorry, but I've been doing this for years. I mean, so has she, right? If it comes down to pure endurance, I'll win by default. That's true, though. And panting heavily. She's plotting something, isn't she? People always get a certain look in their eyes when they've pushed up against the wall and desperate to win. I've been doing this long enough that I can see it on her face. The only thing I'm really lacking is actual combat experience. In the 2 years after Alternative 5 was abolished, we all trained ourselves to the bone. After all I've been through, There's no way I'm gonna lose to you guys. Not as you are now.
全てを見透かしたような
You look as though you can read my every move. Maybe I can. What's wrong? Have a vision of your inevitable defeat?
そうであっても
Even if I had, I cannot surrender now. Ain't that the truth? How about you? Come get some. Sure. And scene.
Takeru-san, you're incredible. I can't believe you were so evenly matched with Mitsurugi-san.
互角ではない
We were far from evenly matched. I was thoroughly bested. Huh? You guys ran out of time? I was just a draw. No, it was not. Huh?
白金が負けさせなかった
Shirogane didn't let her lose.
What do you mean?
三剣の息が
Every time Mitsurugi got tired, Shirogane started talking to her about something or other. He could have ended it any time he wanted. All he had to do was press the attack.
鋼の勝利ね
You're reading too much into this.
そう
Really? Good grief. I cannot even be upset after such an unequivocal defeat. Seriously, you're giving me way too much credit here.
隠してもらった
You're not fooling anybody. They saw right through me. On the bright side, I guess the fact that I couldn't hide what I was doing means that there isn't that big of a difference in our skill levels.
1秒でも多く強
I
い
am satisfied just to have the chance to spar with a formidable opponent. However, Takeru, do not think it will be so easy the next time. Well, that's intimidating.
Boy, Takeru, you sure are amazing.
Oh, the others were telling me some other stuff about you earlier. Were you in like some super special squad or something? You know, like one of those really elite units. They have those guys who can do like anything. That's just like you. Oh, come on, enough with the compliments. You're gonna make it go to my head, you know. Aw, man. I wish I hadn't gotten hurt. Would have been nice to see it all from the start.
とにかく
In any case, Takeru, your presence here has proven a boon both to squad performance and our overall morale. I can hardly complain.
Hey guys, what are you doing this afternoon again?
救急治療について
First aid training.
Alright, well, Takeru, get ready to strut your stuff.
What? So it looks like the sword training we did last time, in which Mei had beat the Tsunami, somehow changed to hand-to-hand combat training. Well, I guess that was over 3 years ago from my perspective, so I can't say my memory is crystal clear, but I'm pretty sure this is different. I know I'm supposed to try and make as little of an impact as possible to prevent any major changes, but... do I really have time for that? Right now it feels like I'm barely making any progress at all. Will I really be able to change the future in a really dramatic way if all I ever do is tweak tiny little things? Damn it, how the hell am I supposed to know? I haven't noticed a single difference called major so far, and I haven't exactly been twiddling my thumbs here either. Sure, that training session just now was different from before, but that's not the kind of change I'm after. Damn it, I've really gotta start busting my ass here.
Speaking of which, I saw some pretty neat stuff on TV when I was in the hospital.
テレビ
On TV? Yeah, you know how we can't change the channel on the TV here in the PX? Well, in the hospital, they let me watch whatever I wanted.
へえ
Oh yeah?
And like, there was actually this really heartwarming story I saw on there.
What was it?
It was about this dog that got left behind when his owner evacuated, right? And he walked like a couple of 100 kilometers to find his owner again. What? That's so amazing.
I know, right? I'm gonna start tearing up again just thinking about it.
そういう話は
I like those kinds of stories.
何
What? Nothing? If I had to guess, I'd say that the story's made up. Probably one of those propaganda shows they make for civilians. I'm pretty sure I read like the news article where that actually happened. Pretty sure those kind of stories crop up every now and then of pets just like, well, dogs following their owners back for a long ass time. Pretty sure that happens. In this day and age, no one can afford to take care of a pet, especially if they live anywhere near the front lines.
飼い主を連れて行く
They were supposed to evacuate together, but I guess the dog got lost a few days earlier.
あること
How'd that happen?
Apparently there was a false alarm and the evacuation siren went off.
Oh, so that's when the dog ran away, huh?
Yeah, but like, he didn't come back. His owner was looking everywhere for him, but just couldn't find him, so they had to leave without him. And he was gone for 2 whole months. Oh, 2 months. Not to mention that pretty much all the non-military dog breeds are now extinct. It isn't just dogs, of course. Something like 80% of all wild animals have been wiped out by the beta. Isn't that just the greatest? Yeah, definitely. I guess it makes sense though. Your average cadet probably doesn't know those stories are nothing more than propaganda. What? It's nothing. And like, his owner just kept believing that he'd come home, so they built a doghouse for him and everything. Aw, I couldn't watch it without crying. Aw, a dog, huh? I had the puppy. Oh, the dog's back. Come here, little guy. Cut it out already. Hey, Takeru-chan, can I give you your fries? Why does this have to be mine? No way in hell. Here you go. What the? Hey! Damn this stupid dog. Quit glaring at me with those beady little eyes. Urgh. Ow! Stop it, you idiot. Here you go. Have as much as you like. No, not my fries! Sumika. She's the one person I haven't seen in years. It seems like I actually came back in time, rather than jumping to some parallel universe, so I haven't gotten any older. My physical condition hasn't changed a bit. Which is... But wait, no, it has. You still have the physique and training and muscle memory. So your physique has literally changed. Physical condition has changed. But... I'm not sure. I do not understand the sentence here. And yet my memories just keep fading more and more by the day. Maybe I misunderstood the sentence. Anyway, we know. It doesn't matter really that much. My old peaceful life. My time with Sumika. Moving between parallel universes. The fall of mankind. The dog in that story got back to his owner in 2 months. But I still haven't found a way back to my world after 3 whole years. Sometimes I'm not sure if I even want to go back anymore. I've got a job to do here, and it's way too important for me to abandon. Still, some nights, I find myself lying awake, wishing I could see you one last time. Of course, I'm not exactly the laid-back guy you used to know anymore, so it might not be quite the same. You know, if Meiya, Class-Up, Tama, Ayumine, Marimo-chan, and Yuko-sensei weren't in this world either, maybe I'd feel differently about all this. If I found myself in a world like that, I might have thrown in the towel a long time ago. But I couldn't do that here. Because everyone's with me. Everyone but you. This world might resemble my own in a million ways in one, but without you to complete it, it'll never be home. Is something wrong, Takeru? No, he's just reminiscing and thinking, being very emotional and dramatic, and it's like a really nice moment there. It's a really nice moment, I like that. Those are the really nice moments. You're crying. What? Oh my gosh, no kidding! You're totally tearing up! No way. Oh, is this... No, this is nothing. Oh, I get it. You're really moved by that story, huh? No, I wasn't. No need to be shy. That's not it. It just sort of reminded me of someone. Someone? An old friend. Were they evacuated elsewhere? I don't know. Takeru-san, where did you used to live? Well, when I was little, I lived right around here. Back when there was still a town here, I mean. Oh, I see. And Sumika lived right next door to me. Sumika? Is that her name? Yeah, that's right. Her name was Kagami Sumika. I see. Kagami's not a very common last name, is it? When did you last receive word from Kagami Dono? Dono. Why do you ask? I could look into it for you, if you would like. Don't tell anyone, but I asked her to find someone for me too, before too. You did? Yeah, a girl I used to know. I see. If you dispel that anxiety and cast aside the distraction it brings, you will be able to better focus on what lies ahead. Yeah, I guess. Perhaps I can resolve the matter for you, should you so desire. Thanks, May, but that's okay. Come on, there's no need to be shy. Oh, not that's my place to say, though.
その通り
She is right. Please, do not hesitate to ask. I appreciate the offer, but it's okay, really. Don't want to live your whole life wandering, do you? Thanks, but no matter how hard you search, it's not gonna do any good.
どうして
Why not? Because she's nowhere to be found. Not in this world, anyway. Eh? Oops. Fucking idiot. I know he was in an emotional state and reminiscing, but like, come on. Don't let me bring you guys down. It's not like I just found out or anything. I've come to terms with... Okay, right. Also, right. I got distracted, but in slipping up earlier, and it's like, yeah, not in this world anymore. It's like, you know, dead. Right. That's the more common interpretation of that. I got ahead of myself.
許すがよい
Forgive me. That was rather insensitive. No, seriously, it's fine. She was just a total dog lover, so your story kinda reminded me of her. That's all. He's a terrible liar. I mean, we all get a little sentimental sometimes, don't we? Yeah. Oh, come on, guys. Mikoto, you got any more stories to tell? Oh yeah, didn't you see some weird education program while you were in there? Eh? Oh, you know, the one hit TV show with the weird puppet thing. I can't remember that dumb thing's name. Are you talking about Chopkun? Oh yeah, they did show that one. Yeah, that's the one. Actually, I've been told I look kinda like him before. Huh? Someone said you look like Chopkun? Nobody buys that.
なんだ
What's this? Who on earth is Chopkun?
わかるような気がする
I can kinda see it. Yeah, I almost feel like it fits too well.
それ言った人
Whoever made that comparison must have been a very keen eye. I don't think your eyesight's got that good, actually. Wow, I just can't believe that's still on air. Oh, I know it. I was so surprised. Not like I even know anything about it.
あんまり喜べる話じゃない
You do realize it wasn't a compliment, right? Shut the hell up. I just wanted to get everybody back to normal again, okay? And it worked. Good choice. Good thing.
意識がなくなって呼吸が停止
Let's do the medical exam. Training, whatever. If someone's lost consciousness and stopped breathing, that doesn't necessarily mean they're dead. Uh-huh. There are some things that you need to check first before you can make that assumption. Alright? For instance, are they bleeding? Are they conscious? Are they breathing? And be sure to check their pulse as well. Got it. Now on to artificial respiration. Takeru, could you lie down for me? Oh crap, I totally forgot about this. Well, the quickest way to learn is through demonstration, right? Now, go on, lie down. An important choice. As always. Let's just lie down. Let's just lie down. Fuck it. Well, alright.
どうしたそなた顔が赤いぞ
What is the matter? Your face has gone bright red. No, it hasn't. Okay, well, down you go. Yep, down I go.
たける
Takeru, ready? You know what? Oh, this soft sensation on my mouth. Those Mikotas. Actually, I want to see what happens in the other option. Now, I think that's... Switch with Tom. Tom, why don't you do it? I prefer to watch from the sidelines, actually. Could we trade spots? I mean, I don't mind, but...
嫌なのかな
Do you just not want to practice with me? No, it's nothing like that.
嘘ついた
Sure you're not lying? I'm not.
出るとこ
Your denial makes you way more suspicious. Does not. What?
じゃあミキさん
Well, okay. Miki-san, ready? Go ahead. Sure. Last time I saw this, I was taken aback, let's say, in more ways than one. But now that I've got a fair bit of military experience under my belt, I don't even think twice about it. These first aid techniques could save our lives after all.
次は止血の方法だね
Now then, let's move on to the treatment of bleeding wounds. Okay. Oh, fuck's sake, goddamn phone. Alright, now let's actually go back to the first option. That wasn't anything. Yep, ready? Let's go. Send soft lips, blah 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 blah. Memories of the nonsense extracting the poison, which wasn't actually a poisonous snake. What was that? She's pinching my nose shut? Well, yeah, so that the air doesn't go back out there. What the? My lips separate. Oh, yeah, it's artificial rebreathing. This is totally not what I was expecting here. Oxygen's rushing into my lungs, but I'm not breathing in it at all. This feels weird as hell. Well, yeah. I'm lying face up with my nose pinched shut and my mouth wide open, and air's being forced deep into my lungs. After we were commissioned, we had to practice this every once in a while, but we usually did it with practice dummies. I've never been on the receiving end. But anyway, it didn't turn out to be nearly as sensual an experience as I thought it would be, unfortunately. Well, yeah, it's artificial rebreathing. Respiration, whatever. It's like, wait, why is that unfortunate? You gotta ask yourself that, mate. Actually, you know what? Let's just not pursue this train of thought any further. Now then, let's move on to the treatment of bleeding wounds. Okay. There are 3 main treatment methods. Applying pressure on normal cuts, suppressing arterial bleeding with your fingers, and using a tourniquet on potentially lethal wounds. Like so. Oh, hey, what are you doing? Hold still. So you take your rope or cord or whatever, then wrap it around the limb. I got it. Don't get any closer. Why do I have to relive this part too? I never asked for this. I mean, I know way more about Mikoto than I did last time, so it's kinda hard to just play cool. But this is still pretty loose, so you need to slide the stick through the here and twist it. There. You need to raise the arm until it's higher than the heart too. Like so. Ow! Oh, you can handle a little pain. Be a man. I love Mikoto. She's great like that. Guess even the toughest cadets turn into big crybabies in front of the orderlies. I mean, yeah. Shut up. Ow! By the way, Takeru, have you ever read any books on first aid? Not any books, no, but I did learn a little from a friend who was a pro at this sort of thing. By which I mean you. Oh, okay. Then I guess I probably don't need to tell you whether or not to loosen the tourniquet, do I? You can't loosen it. If you let the blood start flowing again, you may as well have never put it on in the first place. Which is exactly why you have to get them to a doctor within 2 hours, or else necrosis will start to set in, right? Exactly! Wow, Takeru, you're so good at this! Well, don't get so clingy, dude. Jeez, you're such a smarty pants. Has she always been like this? Yes! Have you forgotten? Mikoto's always been like this. You're gonna give me my teenage brain some not so wholesome ideas, you realize that? You have a teenage brain, of course you're gonna have not wholesome thoughts in there. Duh. Alright, now get off of me! Yeah, why? Do you seriously need to ask? What's that look for? Do you hate me? That's not the issue here. You're lying. Like a rug. Huh? Wait, you are? Why are you asking me? Moving on. There's the other very important factor we have to consider when dealing with the wounded. You've got to keep their mental state in mind as well, right? Yes, that's exactly right. So first, you want to stay close to them so you can reassure them. That's adorable, that. Then you need to loosen their clothes, and if their head isn't injured, lay them down so blood can get to their brain. It's also crucial that you keep them warm so their body temperature doesn't plummet, aka in anime terms lap below. What are you doing that for? Well, you want to keep their anxiety under control. Try to cheer them up and encourage them. No, that's not what I meant. I mean, why are you lying down? Now, come on, Takeru. For fuck's sake. What are you telling me to do? Think about it. Don't you get a little anxious when you catch a cold or something? That's not what I mean. Do you just not want to do it with me? No, that's not it. It's just... You don't have to be shy. I don't mind at all. No, it's not that either. I'll keep my eyes closed. No way, dude. You're so weird, Takeru. Says you. Silly buggers, these two.
Hey, Takeru. Why do you keep avoiding me anyway? I'm not avoiding you at all. I mean, what do you want me to do? I was in the hospital. What are you talking about? I do feel bad that I couldn't be here for your first day, but it wasn't my fault. That isn't really the problem. Anyway, we're not gonna let one measly little week come between us, right, Takeru? What? Hold on a second. Man, why you gotta say it like that? Though I guess I'm probably more to blame for letting you steer the conversation. I mean, it's unavoidable, it's Mikoto. You can't really steer a conversation with her. Looks like I really didn't have anything to worry about after all. All it took to soften me up was this kid coming back. Well, I'll be, if it ain't Mikoto-chan. Ah, it's Miss Kyosuke. I heard you got laid up in the hospital. You doing okay now? Yeah, I just got back yesterday. Sorry I didn't say hi right away, but you seem super busy. Ah, is that right? Sorry about that. Yeah, it was like a barnyard during main season in here yesterday, that's for sure. But it's so good to be back. Ain't that the truth? So could this be the little newbie I've been hearing so much about? Hello, I'm Shirugan Takeru. It's been a long time, Miss Kyosuke. It's good to see you again. Well, I'll be. Now here's a good looking man. Got them shoulders straight. Yep, you'll make a real fine soldier, won't ya? My, looks like you're all shipshape, too. I've been hearing nothing but good things about your fitness and smarts. Looks like they were all telling the truth after all. Oh, where'd you hear that from? Ah, just a little birdie. Hear all sorts of juicy little tidbits when you got a job like mine. No way, dude. Let's see, if anyone was gonna tell you, you'd probably be Marumo-chan, right? Aha, you got some stones, kiddo. You're on the first name base with your instructor already. Ah, crap, my bad. Well, y'all won't hear me complain none. Don't you worry your little head about it. Thanks, I appreciate it. Phew, that was a close one. Miss Kyosuke hasn't changed a bit too, so I just slipped right back into old habits. Well, duh, of course she'd be the same. Well, I bet it's a real relief for Chizuru-chan on the others to have a burly man like you along for the ride. Well, I'm not sure I'd go that far. Y'all better keep his little ass in line, you hear me? Oh, we are. Wait, what? You didn't notice? You guys suck. Ah, you're already fitting right in, aren't you? Well, y'all just hang tight while I get dinner ready. You eating, right? Get enough food? You come to me for your food? If I remember right, those were the first things Miss Kyosuke said to me. Then she basically forced me to eat like twice as much as everyone else. But I guess there's no reason for her to do that this time, is there? Not that I want to be babied again after all this time, of course. But somehow it does kind of feel like I'm missing out. That's Sergeant Major Kyosuke Shizue. She's in charge of providing meals for the whole base. Basically, she's the lunch lady. Gotcha. She's really dependable, isn't that right? I mean, Mina-san, she takes particularly good care of you. No need to spread that around. Oh, why not? Not that I don't already know, of course. Because Ayamine eats the most out of all of us. You're making stuff up. Blush lines don't lie. Nobody tried to hide it. Yeah, but Kei-san spends all her time exercising, so it's only natural for her to work up an appetite. Those are some big words from someone who eats as much as you, Yoroi. I'm just having a growth spurt. Aren't you a little old for that? No, really. It feels like my breasts are getting bigger and bigger these days. Not this conversation again. Really? That must be nice. I wish I was getting bigger and bigger too. You mean taller, right? Shirogane, you may be an exemplary soldier and all, but you're not much fun, are you? Oh, it's the opposite this time around. That's a blow. You're one to talk. Wait a minute, what'd I do wrong? Pay it no mind. I too am unable to properly respond to such jokes. It reassures me to know I am not the only one. Jeez, now I'm on your level, Maya? That's kinda depressing. What?
What is that supposed to mean? Oh guys, they're already lining up at the counter. We gotta hurry. Slightly different dynamics here. Like, that's a bit nice though. Well, not really, but still. Let's dig in. Nom, nom, nom. Phew, there really is no place like home. Yori-san, why weren't you at your breakfast this morning? Well, being in the hospital kinda messed with my sense of time, so I sorta overslept. Oh yeah, you weren't up at roll call either, were you? I'd gotten so used to her not being around I didn't even notice. Yeah, they really chewed me out about that. Why were you hospitalized anyway? Huh? Takeru, you can't ask a lady something like that. Come again. But I guess I could make an exception for you, Takeru. Alright, let's choices reasonably, but like... Alright, then spill it. Yeah, I wanna know. I'm curious. First instinct. Alright, then spill it. Gosh, I never would have thought you were so pushy, Takeru. Really? I figured it'd be pretty obvious. Well, whatever. Anyway, the reason I was in the hospital was because I fell during a rappelling exercise. All that build-up and that's all you've got for me? I might be pushy, but you're pushing your luck. It's really not a laughing matter. For Pete's sake, I can't believe you forgot to fasten the safety harness. Yeah, I had a cold that day, so I was a little out of it. Anyway, the rope came loose and I went falling backwards. Oh my gosh, it was so scary! How far did you fall? About 3 meters or so, I think. That's not that much. Damn, and how tall was the climbing wall? Probably close to 15 meters. I didn't even know we had a rappelling wall on the base. We technically don't. Everyone just kinda uses the south side of the warehouse for it. Oh, huh. Okay, guess it depends on where you fall. 3 meters is either a lot or not that much. It's painful, certainly, even if you properly land, but still. Depends on how you land. Yeah, that's the more important bit. A bad landing is gonna hurt. A good landing is gonna hurt a little bit. Yeah. Anyway. But like, since you're just attaching a rope to a wall and climbing down, you can do it just about anywhere you want. If I recall correctly, you once tried rappelling down the school building and received quite the reprimand. Oh, to be young, you're 16. Not even worth the obvious retort. So how badly did you get hurt anyway? Well, I had some bruises and some sprains and a mild concussion. With all the tests they had to run on me, I was in there for 10 whole days. But thank goodness it wasn't anything serious though. Yeah, it wouldn't be. They're 16, their bodies are made of magic, you know. Those kind of injuries, they heal like nothing. Yeah, I'm so happy I got to see you guys again. You certainly do liven up the place. Maybe a little too much if you ask me. It might be a bit tough getting used to you being around again after you were gone for 10 whole days. 10 days isn't that long, but sure. Huh? Oh, it won't be that hard. That's not up to you to decide. So what were we talking about again? You haven't changed. Of course, that's only been 10 days. Guys, we need to talk. Yes, Chizuru, I need to take a sip of water for this. It's finally November, which means there's less than a month left until the comprehensive combat skills evaluation. Will we be ready in time? Hell yeah, I was born ready. It'll be a total cinch. Indeed. Yep. I'm ready too. Well, let me just say this for Shirogane's sake. I know they call it a test, but people have died out there. I know. I'm prepared for that. Passing will mark the end of our basic training, allowing us to advance to TSF training. Yeah, I know that too. Then you probably also know what it entails, correct? Yep, they do it on some random tropical island, which means we'll be mostly in the jungle. Yep. They do it twice a year, in the summer and the winter. We're coming up on the winter one now. Yeah, we kinda failed the summer one already, so this is pretty much our last chance. Suzumiya, Suzumiya. Ayumina, I don't need you to remind me. Suzumiya? She was the leader of the other team. Hugu passed the evaluation last time, and they're doing TSF pilot training now. Up until then, there were 2 teams in Squad 207. Suzumi Akane, right? How do you know her name? Oh, well, I just remember hearing the name somewhere before, that's all. Now there's a name I haven't heard in forever. I forgot she was here too. Anyway, failure isn't an option, and don't let yourselves forget it. Oh, we'll be fine. We got Takeru with us this time. Indeed. We must still be on our guard, but it certainly does give us less cause for concern. Why the long face, class rep? It's nothing. I think this was when I stupidly asked her why they failed the exam last time. That led to a huge argument and I got lectured about how important orders are to the people of this world. Well, the soldiers at least. Man, I was such a rookie back then. Orders are absolute here. If you don't follow that basic principle, you can't get anything done. It's like we're out there all on our own. If you want to keep a large group of people under control, you need to have some kind of organization. And that means there's gonna be a chain of command. There's no way to get an entire organization working towards a single goal if everyone's second-guessing their orders or making their own decisions. That's why there's no room for disobedience or differences of opinion. You just gotta deal with it. I mean, don't get me wrong, there were plenty of times when I wanted to give our superiors a piece of my mind, but if you want to see changes get made, it's better to just work hard and climb the ladder until you're able to make them yourself. Questioning orders is a pretty grave offense in the military. At least in this world it is. Yeah, it's pretty grave in any military. That said, after getting commissioned, I learned things are actually pretty different on the front lines. Authority is distributed among a whole bunch of commanders leading smaller squads in more of an inverted pyramid structure. Human beings are never going to be as coordinated and disciplined as the beta, so we wouldn't stand much of a chance otherwise. Either way, it doesn't change the fact that orders need to be adhered to. Regardless of an army's organization, the most important factor will always be ensuring that orders are carried out exactly as given. That's why, as cadets, we have to get used to following the seemingly absurd or unfair orders without complaint. What is it, Takeru? He had a big internal monologue, that's it. He does that sometimes. Oh, nothing, sorry. Well, I'm sure I can wager a guess as to what you're thinking. You're wondering why we didn't pass the evaluation last time, am I right? Seriously, dude? No, that's not actually... You don't want to know why your teammates didn't pass? I mean, of course I'm curious, but I didn't think class rep would bring this up on her own. Now that argument's gonna start up all over again. Not really, no, it's different context. We had an ineffective squad leader who couldn't control her team, and subordinates who wouldn't obey orders, instead going off and acting on their own. That about sums it up. Sakaki-san, why are you bringing this up again? Not exactly. Those landmines at the end got us because we were following your orders. Me too, Ayumi-san. Yora did advise us to take a detour. We knew all too well that her intuition was trustworthy, and yet... I mean, they do need to go through this argument and, like, you know, the stuff again. They do. It's for their own mental well-being, too. Maya-san! Oh gosh, what do we do? How am I supposed to know? Damn it, seriously, we're having this conversation again. Well, yeah, they need to have this conversation to, like, resolve the... Because they haven't resolved their differences and stuff like that. This is gonna happen. I think the only way to stop this bickering is for me to really go off on them. Hey, guys. I really don't get why you felt the need to bring this up, but... Can I just say something? What? I'm gonna be really blunt here, okay? Fine by me. You guys are all just playing the victim right now. When you're trying to get a group of people to do something, you have to have some level of organization. And that means there needs to be an absolute chain of command. No one liking this conversation? And yeah, we're all just cadets and it's pretty small chain of command, so I can understand how stuff like this happens. But out on the real battlefield, things are way different. No matter the circumstances, the leader is in control. Insubordination can't be tolerated. If you don't like it, then get promoted and take their place, with everyone's approval. That's just what it means to be part of an organization. That being said, the leaders should never forget that their subordinates' lives are in their hands. Orders may be absolute, but that doesn't mean you can do anything you want. I definitely agree with what you're saying, but like, don't you think you're being a little extreme? Well, yeah, I am, but that's kind of the point. you understand what I'm saying, but you don't want to admit it makes sense, right? Is it because of the way that I worded it? Alright, let's say you gave an order to everyone on base. How many do you think would follow that order? Well, if the CEO for our whole base told everyone to jump off a bridge and you told them not to, how many do you think would obey you? Obviously, I don't think every single one of them would jump, but if you can't see what I'm getting at here, then you really are clueless. There's no right or wrong when it comes to an order. But stay with me for a sec. Do you really think that the kind of person who would give a crazy order like that would make it to the top? Anyone with the authority to give orders is responsible and skilled enough to give reasonable orders. Oh, well. Sure, let's pretend that's true. That's a safe assumption to make, right? Sure, in fantasy land, sure. Right. Not at all. There are people with authority who don't deserve it. Absolutely true. I'm not denying that some people like that exist. And I get that the people who give the orders won't always see eye to eye with the people who carry them out. If you have the same end goal, you might have different ideas on how to achieve it. I definitely get that. But for the ones who have to give the orders, the final objective always comes first, and the lives of their subordinates come second. It's just the way things are. Eliminate the beta and come back alive. Easier said than done, right? And when things start going to hell, what do you expect them to do? Annihilating the beta is our ultimate goal if we want to survive as a species. And it's the people in command who have to decide what gets prioritized in order to achieve that goal. Yeah, and they could just as easily send us off to die in vain. You're right. You could always get an incompetent commander whose orders cause plenty of needless casualties. But on the other hand, what if you were given the best possible orders, and because you chose to ignore them, your whole unit got overrun by the beta? That's just as possible, wouldn't you say? And by the way, whether or not a death is in vain is totally subjective. Hell, I'm sure there are plenty of people who would find the examples I just gave a pretty pointless death too. You've got the right idea about following orders. No surprise the class up agrees. But from the way you're talking, you make it sound like you've been in real combat before. I'm pretty hazy on most things, but there's one thing that still haunts me. One brutally vivid memory. A memory of the day mankind abandoned the Earth and left all those people behind. I've never stood on a battlefield, but I have experienced something that makes all of this very personal. I never want to feel like that again. I won't let it happen. Some of your reasoning may be a bit obscure, but I do understand the sentiment. Glad to hear it. I don't know if I got my point across, but all I really wanted to do was stop them from arguing amongst themselves. So, mission accomplished, I guess? Besides, I can't expect them to relate to how I feel when they haven't had to live through it like I have. Probably felt like I was talking down to you guys, didn't it? Sorry about that. There is no need to apologize. However, I hope you recognize that your reasoning will not necessarily hold true in every possible situation. What do you mean? For example, as you stated earlier, when there are people in positions of power who by rights should not be. Well, that was just a hypothetical. When it comes to human behavior, the only absolute is that there are no absolutes. Yeah, I get what you're saying. But despite acknowledging this fact, you seem to be forcing yourself to live by a simplistic worldview in which orders are always absolute. I see. It is a given that we must obey our orders. However, that does not mean that we must follow them blindly. And if, per your suggestion, you were to take a position of leadership for yourself, you will be forced to second-guess your own orders in order to evaluate their potential repercussions. I doubt that one as perceptive as yourself would fail to recognize this contradiction. That is all I wish to say. Wow, mate, you're dead on. Though I probably should have known. Last time everyone ganged up on me about being ready to die, but I guess that was just them trying to whip my weak little punk ass into shape. It's pretty obvious after seeing them rebuke my crazy overgeneralized argument that they don't actually feel that way. These guys know how to balance their duties with their personal opinions. I know this will sound weird after what I just said, but what? For now, I think we could probably get get by just relying on our relationships with one another, and a sense of camaraderie. Yeah. In other words, we should be just fine for the time being. That said, later on down the line, it'll be a different story, right? Like after we all graduate, and we all get broken up and assigned to different units. Yeah. Well, I should get going. But... Don't worry, you didn't upset me or anything. I'll see you guys later. Hey, can I ask you something real quick though? What? Why'd you even bring up the whole failing the evaluation thing on to begin with? Because I wanted to hear how you'd assess the situation. Wait, seriously? Ah, crap. I guess I played right into your little scheme, huh? I don't know about that. Ah, jeez, you old clever little pig. Well, it at least means that you were on one step ahead of me, right? Wouldn't that be nice? See you later. Alright, bye. Alright, I guess we should get going too, huh? Probably so. Yeah. Yeah, we probably should. Yeah, we'll okay, it's a Saturday? Yeah, we'll finish up until the date changes. Excuse me? Oh, perfect timing. I was thinking I might call you down here today. And I had a feeling you might, so here I am. Sensei's been busy lately, so I've been trying to stay out of her hair. You've been visiting Yashiro, haven't you? Yeah, when I get the chance. How are things going? Anything different from what you remember? You mean about Kasumi? Just in general. Everything I remember is happening the same way, so I can't say for sure if there have been any major changes. You look disappointed. Well, yeah, I mean, doesn't it just prove that tweaking minor details isn't doing anything at all? That would be correct. So what should I do then? Well, nothing's going to improve if you keep on like this. So I am gonna have to do something big after all. Something big? Like, I don't know, hopping in a TSF right now or something. And what would that accomplish? Well, it's just something I never did last time. It's idiotic to take action before you've thought through the consequences. Weren't there any incidents that had more far-reaching implications to the world at large last time? You mentioned one before, didn't you? Something about an HSST. Ah, yeah, that one. Yeah, that was definitely one. Maybe we could try to make a use of that. What do you mean by that? For instance, we could prepare for it in advance, or we could let it happen the way it did before, and just change how we respond to it. I see what you're getting at. Yeah, that would definitely count as a significant change, but would that even be safe? All I'm saying is that it's an option. I don't know what these incidents are or what caused them, so I can't say how we should respond to them. Let's see, the next major incident would probably be the attack from the Sadogashime Hive. Oh god, I feel like a real tool thinking back on that one. Well, in that case... Stop. Are you about to tell me something that's going to happen within the next few days? Well, if I were to know about it and start taking preventative measures right now, would there be enough time for it to do any good? Last time I'm pretty sure it happened about a week from now, so I guess we could wait on a little longer. Then why don't you tell me about it in a few days? Is there some reason I shouldn't tell you now? I mean, I guess I could see that being the case, but... The reasons are twofold. The first being that I don't know what kind of problems could arise as a result. Thought so. Finding out now versus at a more appropriate time would likely have a very different impact. Yeah, I understand. And the second reason? I don't want to waste my time on mental resources on it. If you tell me about it now, that'll just mean more time in which I won't be able to fully focus on my research. Oh, right. And Yuko-sensei really is the same, no matter what world she's in. To be honest, it's a little astounding. But Sensei's working herself to the bone on Alternative 4, so I can understand why she doesn't want to waste even 1 minute of her time. Fair enough, guess I'll let you know a few days before it happens then. Got it. Alright. Time to sleep. The next big incident is gonna be when the beta from Sadogashima surface onto the mainland and make a beeline for our base. That's also the time I ended up fainting. What day was that again? I feel like it was on one of our days off. Yeah, it definitely was. Which means if I look up the next day we have off, I'll know exactly when it's gonna happen. Unless there's a chance it won't happen on the same day. That's definitely a possibility. But is there even anything I can do about it? Well, this base is equipped to defend against the beta, so they should be watching it 24/7. I guess I could just tell them to be on high alert. Yeah, let's go with that. Then I'll talk to Sensei about what we might be able to change. I'm not giving up on this place yet. So don't even think about whisking me off to some other universe. Let's do this. And let us indeed take a pause, take a save, and then return another time for the thing that just return to the title. Go back to the title. There we go. There you go. There's Simika in her thing outfit. Anyway, that's that. And that's that. We'll return at some other time for more alternative as things begin to change a bit more and speeding through a lot of things. In the meantime, we got some more music as always. This time we have 3 all right now. Seed, Elephants, Sabaton, A Lifetime of War, Mitzi, Zero Hour, and Mihoyo Ninja's Noir from Honkai Impact 3rd. And that's that for now. Until next time, goodbye.